Oh, hello.
Hello,
Hello.
hello, hello. Welcome to what is this? I don't even know like how many podcasts we've done at this point.
This
It
is
keeps
numbers, like
Yeah,
episode or whatever.
This is episode 59,682 of the Farcasters
0.69.
podcast.
Or episode 69. That also works
Yeah.
too.
Okay, yeah, 69. No, yeah. I think she's been keeping count of how many podcast episodes we've been doing.
Yes,
More than we have.
definitely.
Yeah,
I literally followed yesterday, but yeah, you're right.
I saw that.
Thank you for
Oh my
agreeing to do this with us. Much
Of
appreciated.
course.
Before we get our introductions out of the way, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, hello everyone. My name is Blaqk Kat, and I play a lot of Monster Hunter on my channel.
She's a-
Honestly, that sums it up pretty much.
I think that description can go for most of our streams.
Pretty much
to be
all of
honest.
us.
just Monster Hunter and chill is the best way to put it.
Yeah, except
Oh, yeah.
except without the cat ears, we can't pull them off as well as you.
That's trademark.
What's
Yeah.
the origin behind the cat aesthetic?
Wow. I like cats.
Solid. That's solid. That's solid work. You know. One time they asked Batman one time, "Hey, why are you dressed like a bat?" And he was just like, "I like bats." Really? Okay. Yeah. All right, Batman, do your thing.
I like bats.
Yeah. Cats and bats. You'll have your alternate channel where you play other games that aren't Monster Hunter called TheBlaqkKat.
Yeah.
And then you'll be in like a vampire outfit instead.
Yeah.
I'll have little fangs and everything.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Wait. Here's the twist. Big bat ears.
Wait, what do bat
Ooh.
ears even look like?
They're just huge. They're just really, really big.
Are they like?
Okay.
Well, I guess they're like Batman's, right? But they're like pointy.
No, they're not.
pointy
No.
guys? No.
No.
Is Batman a lie?
Is he?
I don't know. I've
No.
never seen a bat, so
What have
don't-
you? Hey, that's plausible
Bat-
deniability. Are you claiming to be Batman right now?
Oh, look,
my
look at the
God.
time. I think it's time to go.
I've
Oh man, yeah, that was a podcast.
never seen you and Batman in the same room together.
Oh,
Don't worry
shit.
about it. Don't worry about it. He
But
has other things to do.
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about your history with the Monster Hunter series, though. Like, what was how'd you get into it? How'd you find out about it? How long have you been playing it? Whatever you'd
Well,
like.
I started like really seriously getting to Monster Hunter in general from Monster Hunter Stories. Like that was my very first, I guess, like real Monster Hunter
Yeah.
that I'd ever played. A friend of mine introduced me a long time ago in middle school, but I never got the opportunity to actually play because I didn't own a PSP, I didn't own a PlayStation, so I just had to wait. But I knew bits and pieces about it. So whenever I started playing World and Stories and everything, it kind of just like really ignited like how much I actually really enjoyed this franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So I played World for I guess as long as it's been out. I even played the beta as well. So I mean that's where I started to seriously get into Monster was from Monster Hunter World, and I've been backtracking since. So I started
Okay.
playing GU. I started playing. I started like I think a month ago playing For You, and that's been
Oh yeah.
interesting. That's been interesting.
Yeah.
That game is so broken, but it's so pleasing.
It kind of
Yeah.
going back in time in the Monster Hunter series kind of gives you a better perspective of how far along it's come. You know, a lot of the
It does.
conveniences that are afforded to you in World and even in GU aren't present in 4. And then you go further back and then they're like, start peeling back the layers and then until you get to Monster Hunter on the PlayStation 2 and you're just like, how is this a video game?
Someone
Yeah.
tried to explain to me how you were supposed to attack with the analogs for
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Ghosts, and I'm just like, what? How?
Like just like that. That's how you attack. This is your attack stick right here. We weren't weapon mains in Monster Hunter 1. No, we were right stick mains
Yeah.
in Monster Hunter 1. Yeah.
Jeez.
And then they carried over to Monster Hunter DOS. It wasn't until like Freedom Unite here in the
They were
West when
putting buttons.
they finally figured out, hey, maybe more people just want to use buttons, you know? what are these things for, huh? I don't know. Look at that. But that's really interesting that you started with Stories as like your first exposure to Monster Hunter. You know, were you like, did it kind of meet your expectations in terms of like what you were expecting of the series? Like, what were you expecting like outside of when you actually started playing Monster Hunter?
Well, hunting monsters is what I was expecting, but not in Monster Hunter Stories. I had very like I wouldn't say low expectations, but I wasn't planning to fall in love with it as much as I did.
Mm,
And then when I got to actually play Monster Hunter World, I'm just like, whoa. So this is actually what monster hunting actually is. And I'm just like, I love it. Because I love my favorite thing in video games is free range combat.
mm,
Like
yeah,
I'm not usually a big person on turn-based, like, I'm really, really not, but
Hmm.
stories in Pokemon really, really hit me in the right way to where, to me, the turn-based actually felt fun. Like,
yeah,
Final Fantasy turn-based is a little bit different, so I
a
find it a
bit,
little
yeah, yeah.
I find it m much, much more different rather than Pokemon and, Stories, so I got into Stories 1 really, really easily, and I just kinda fell in love with it from there.
And
Nice.
how
Okay.
about that? How like it came full circle, and now Stories 2 is
Oh,
here, and we
man.
get to talk about it. We get to
Yes.
talk about it. It's been out for like what, 2 weeks now? I'd
Yeah,
say
2
a
weeks.
week or 2 weeks. I think.
2 weeks
Wait,
now.
what? July 20.
No, it's
No,
only
no,
been
no.
out since the
July
9th.
9th? Yeah.
Like a week and a half?
So it's just, yeah, it's just been over a week now.
Oh,
Okay.
what?
Yeah.
It feels like this game has been out for like a lot longer. I don't know
Mhm.
why.
It really does.
I just
I
want to keep playing
mean,
it. I've been chugging along really slowly. How far along are you? Kat?
I finished I finished the storyline, but I'm doing after stuff,
Mm.
which is I'll tell you this much, high rank, don't underestimate it. Do not underestimate high rank, like, absolutely do not.
does the
You
difficulty just really ramp up?
Yeah, it jumps up almost immediately, and, like, it's really cool, and I love it.
That's really exciting, actually.
It really
Um,
was.
well, because even like I've been progressing through the story like at my own pace as well. I think I'm level like 35 at this point. And so when I got from like one area to the next, like there's this one certain area that like it just the difficulty just ramps up really quickly. Like I actually failed or I lost all three of my hearts against like one of the main monsters in the area. And I was like, "Oh, okay. I see."
I feel that.
I think it
Back
was
to
my
the town I go.
I think it was my first encounter with a royal monster where I was actually like, okay, I think I have to put some thought into this combat now. I think this is where the game tests you. And
Actually punishes you.
if you pass that test, you get rewarded very well with, the potential of getting an egg from a monster that you shouldn't ordinarily be using, you know.
Mhm.
And I love that challenge. I love it because I fought one of the first royal monsters, and then and I was telling you about this, Forrest. I was telling you about this, about how then my USB devices on my PC stopped working, so I wasn't able to quit out of the game or save. Um,
No.
so I had to do a hard reboot. Lost my progress up to that point. Not all of it. Up to like the last save, which was like maybe a half hour's worth of progress. But I was actually kind of happy about that because it gave me an opportunity to re-challenge this royal monster and actually, because the first time I killed it, but it didn't retreat, so I
Didn't
was like
retreat.
all bummed about that. I don't even know if they respawn, but whatever. We're just gonna pretend that they don't respawn because it adds more drama to the story. So this monster was gone forever. So then
On
my
forever.
PC decided, you know what? No, that's not good enough. Like, we're just gonna blow up your USB devices right now. Bam. And then, I was able to go back in there and actually hatch an egg from it. So I don't know.
Mm.
It was a blessing in disguise. Those issues are solved now,
With
though.
that.
Those issues are solved. I figured out it was my big hard disk drive that was like taking up so much power in my from my USBs.
Oh,
And I actually like checked my error logs in Windows, and it was like, yeah, there was like this instance where like
yeah.
the USB devices on your motherboard were like overdrawing power, so they shut it off like as an emergency. Except for my mouse, they don't shut off power to like the mouse, but like all the other devices were like gone.
I know, I felt so bad for you recently because 'cause you've just been, like, having all these technical issues with your streams, like your internet, your USB, and I was like,
I think
"Bruh,
I think the
everything is a
USB I
scam
think the
right now."
internet was actually related to the USB devices getting
Really?
overcharged. Yes, because the Ethernet port is also on the MOBO as well.
Oh,
So
yep.
that would affect the
That would
internet.
totally
So
affect it.
yeah,
You
it
know,
was my big clunky hard disk drive that I have sitting on the ground over there that I'm gonna have to extract data
something
from,
like
and
that.
then
Something
Yeah.
like that happened to me too. Whenever I don't know
Really?
what happened, but it shut off like almost every single one of my USBs.
mhm,
Mhm.
In the middle of me having open Citra, which I'm actually playing for you on. But the thing is, it
mhm.
actually shut off my mouse and my keyboard in the middle of stream.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
I remember,
exactly,
like
yep.
I
I
actually
remember
had
coming into one of your
yeah,
streams.
I think
Yeah.
so. I had to full reset my computer
Mhm.
and turn back on stream because
Jeez.
Yeah,
it
it's
just
usually yeah.
everything died.
It's like either too many USB devices connected, or one of them is drawing much more power than the
Too
other,
much.
and then your motherboard decides to just like shut off all the USB devices as like a safety measure. So it's a good thing that's happening, because if not, then
Nothing
your
explodes.
motherboard would like just light on fire and
Nothing
explode.
explodes.
So
Well, yeah, Kat, like, you just recently made this PC, like, your new one, or
Yeah.
upgraded?
I I upgraded to get a couple more RAM sticks, a liquid cooling fan, and a new GPU that I
hold
took
on,
out of the computer.
what
Nice.
is that case? Because actually that looks like, hold on. Oh wait, I see a USB slot at the top. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say it looks really similar to my case with like a tempered glass side and
Oh,
everything, and then
I
the open
I
PSU slot at the bottom.
I just took out the glass. I took off the glass because it's better airflow.
I've
Okay,
had
that's
people
fair.
call me a crazy person, which I mean they're probably right. Where I had this tempered glass PC case, but I've disabled all the RGB on all my fans, the GPU, the CPU cooler, the RAM sticks,
Why?
everything. I just disabled the lights. I don't know. I don't know.
Why?
It's
It
just
was
like
so beautiful.
at dark, in the dark of night when I'm just sitting there like a gremlin. I'm like, ugh, lights, no,
What?
you know. So, like this, the easy solution is like, well, then just don't get a tempered glass case, Tam. But then it's like, yeah, but I want to still see the parts inside. I just don't want them
Yeah,
to
let's blanket
glow up
over
at
it
me.
at night.
I just don't want Las
Yeah.
Vegas to be right in my PC case, just staring back at me while I'm like just trying to play video games like a gremlin, you know?
Put a blanket over it.
Exactly. There you go.
PC's feeling a little cold there. You know?
Yeah, he needs some warmth.
Yeah.
You turn
All
off
Yeah,
all
right,
get it a hot cocoa while you're at it.
all right. So, Kat, Monster Hunter rapid fire round. Okay.
gear.
I'm a rapid fire through some questions that I'm gonna literally think about on the spot.
Yeah, I was
All
gonna
right.
say, like,
Then we're
Tam.
both put on the spot. Perfect.
Wow, Tam, you were really prepared for this, huh? Yeah. No.
No.
All right. Favorite Monster Hunter game.
Wait, what?
Favorite Monster Hunter game.
World.
Okay. Favorite monster.
Oh, Velcana, Basil, and Brachydios.
Favorite weapon.
Glaive. No
Palamutes
hesitation.
or
Oh,
Palicos.
Palicos. I
Okay.
like cats.
Okay. Well, that would have been that would have been an easy answer for you. Yeah. If you said
I would've
Palamutes, oh boy, we would have had some
I
questions.
know.
And so was
I
Glaive.
know.
What's going on here, huh?
The scandal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those cats in disguise. That's
Yeah.
all.
How do you
Oh,
like
man.
Insect Glaive in Rise and World compared to like say For You? you get to see like you got to see you're getting to experience Insect Glaive when it was first introduced.
Like, the only thing I hate is what actually, there's two things I hate about Overworld Insect Glaive. One, leveling up the Kinsects is the biggest hassle.
Yep.
And two, goddamn Kinsect aiming.
Yep.
I think
It's forward and nothing else. There's no angles. So you have to what is it? Hit with the pheromones and then shoot it out in order for it to go out into an
yeah.
angle.
Yeah,
It's a
no Y axis at all for your Kinsects at
no.
all.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that like your biggest gripes with the Insect Glaive is the insect portion of it. Like I have this
Yeah.
I have this running theory where there was one guy on the development team that really wanted Kinsex to be a part of the glaive moveset. And everyone was like, no, it's fine. Like, all you need is the glaive and the ability to jump. That's enough. That's enough. Like, that's pretty unique, right? You got a weapon with a jump button. And it's like, no. God, we need a bug, too.
Bug.
And then after 4 came out, that guy got fired from the company. So then they started dialing back the Kinsex more and more to the point where now in Rise, you just buy it.
Yeah.
You just buy it. Yeah. Don't even just buy it. Just what's the best one? This one. Okay, yeah. Just buy it. Go ahead.
There's like
I was disappointed by having to just buy them. It felt so less rewarding.
I think
Yeah.
World handled it well.
They
There's like
did.
an
did.
upgrade tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
The feeding them like nourishments and all that stuff. That was like a bit too complicated and I think a little intimidating for a lot of people.
Especially if you didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah.
Which I messed up so many Kinsex because I didn't know what I was doing.
And then like it was difficult to like transfer them, or if you mess it up on one glaive, you have to remake the glaive from scratch. It
True.
was man. Oh,
Going
yeah.
back.
It
It was very, very frustrating.
I think World had the best system because it
It
still
really
felt
did.
like it still felt like you were nourishing. Because like I mean, at the end of the day, the insect part of it should still have like some interconnectivity with the
Mhm.
glaive part in terms of like your progression and like as you get
Yeah.
further into the game, your Kinsex can grow with you.
Yeah,
And then
fast.
Rise is just like just buy.
Pick your bug, man. Pick your
Just
poison, I
buy
guess.
what you want.
I guess.
It's like the Kinsect merchant throughout the games has just been getting more and more tired of like feeding these Kinsect. You're just like just fucking buy it.
Take them.
Take him.
Well, because even in Rise, I was just so confused and like I was really looking into it at first because I was like, there must be like something I'm missing.
I thought
Like
so too.
I can't. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like it's so weird that you just buy them and it's like, can I upgrade it? Like I'm trying to look everywhere if I can upgrade it, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, that's just it.
I didn't even know. The thing is, I didn't even notice the Kinsex section at all until like way after, and I'm like, I hate this stuff so much. And then I'm like, oh my god, there's a Kinsex session. Oh, okay, all right. As soon as I found out that you could buy them, I was like, well, this feels so much less rewarding. I'd rather work for my monster parts and level my bug up and like bond with it. No, he's at the dollar store. Go get him.
He's at the dollar store. Go get
Dollar store Kinsex.
here's your shopping list of Kinsects, sweetie. Go get the ones you want, okay?
You can only have one though.
You can only have one. Eventually, they're just gonna give you all the Kinsects at the start and just be like, yeah, just connect with.
Man, I bought all of
equip
them. I
whatever
was
one.
like, eh.
Yeah, because like honestly, leveling up your Kinsect in GU, that was kind of like my first time experiencing the Kinsects and everything.
Mhm.
So annoying at beginning of the game because you can't really farm them very well. You literally have to go into the field and then have like your one location
Yeah,
to like farm it over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Fortunately, you
remember
can. Yeah, like fortunately later in the game you can have your farm set so you can get like your extracts and everything or whatever they're called.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I forgot what they're called too. Jelly.
Jelly, that's what it is. Yeah,
Jelly.
jellies.
Jelly.
But oh man, it was just such a pain in the ass, and it had like the most random materials you needed to upgrade it, like all these different fish and like
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
frogs and
yeah,
stuff like that. I'm just like, but why?
I know.
I feel like I was the only person who thought the Kinsects weren't actually like living bugs. Like I thought they were like clockwork like mechanisms
Oh,
that the
that's fair.
Librarians made. Because they
I
never
thought
like
so
moved or
too.
animated on your arm until you like actually sent them out. So I was like, oh, they're just like you build them and then they kind of just they're like a drone or something, like a wooden
Yeah,
drone.
I actually agree with you. For the longest time, I didn't think they were
Ooh.
actually alive at all because they were
Yeah.
so standstill until they started flying, and then they just sit there, and it's just they sit
Oh,
there in the same. I'm just like, that's kind of
but
creepy.
yeah, imagine if like you actually looked at your character and the bug is like casually crawling around on you though. Like
Dude,
that
I
would
would love
actually
that.
creep me
No,
out.
no, no.
So
That'd be
good.
great. Are you kidding
No, I
me?
would not like
I love
that.
that. No,
I
but here's the thing: the Kinsects look really cool, and it's a shame that like there's always only like 2 or 3 good Kinsects to use, and the rest are like garbage. for the
Yeah.
most part, according to the meta.
Mhm.
But I like they're really cool designs, and I think they would be cool if they like animated somewhat on your arm, or if they like flew around like behind your shoulder or
Like
something.
like like idling. I could see it
Yeah,
like an idle animation. They just kind of
That's
fly
true.
off,
yeah,
flutter around a little bit, and go back on your arm. That would be really, really cool, actually.
yeah. Like
That would
insect
be
would
nice.
it would look more like your like summoner
Like
weapon class,
just,
you know?
just please
Yeah,
don't have it wiggle on my arm.
I know. That's like
Oh no, you
mainly
gotta
what I
wiggle.
would
I mean,
not
it's like
appreciate.
it's not like it's trying to like creep you out. Or anything. It's your friend. It's your
Well,
kinsect, you know?
no,
Don't get it all on my arm, please.
just imagine like you look at your character and suddenly the bug isn't on your arm, it's like on your back, like crawling up your back or something. Like that's what would creep me out. Just
No,
like that visual alone would freak me out.
You know
no,
what? It's because you've never owned like a pet spider
I
or
have
oh,
not.
pet
Have you?
I
scorpion or something.
I don't
No,
it,
but
no.
I could imagine that it'd probably give me a new appreciation of those. Like it's just there. It's just chilling. It's just doing its insect thing. Comes sucks juice out of monsters and buffs you up. Like so what if it wants to crawl around you? You know what? Let it.
Well, okay, so one thing I'd really like to see though in Rise is obviously more events, but like remember in GU where it's like a lot of the Kinsects were like collab ones? So there was like the pirate one where
Oh,
like you could
Oh
literally have a
yeah.
parrot.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
And
berries
World
on
World had the dragoon
the
dragon.
dragon,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
the dragoon, yeah.
That was really cool.
That was really
Um,
cool.
yeah, I love the dragoon and
I wish
like
it was just a tiny bit faster and I would have used it more, but it was like
Hmm.
2
true.
points slower than the Falcath, and I was just like the 2 points showed. Like it genuinely showed.
Hmm.
Oh
And I'm
yeah.
just like, "No, I'll just take the fast Steve."
I mostly like to use it because whenever I would play with one of my friends, apparently he would always be in a position where the Kinsect was right in his camera. So he could never see. And it was just, I would always hear, like, God damn it, Liz, get your bug out of my face. So that was always the best part of it,
Hmm.
for me at least. But yeah, no, I definitely like to see them do that again. Because even with like, I think they had Aladdin's wand or something with like fireflies or something. I don't know. I can't remember what was it?
The Aladdin.
No, no, no.
I'm
What was
actually curious.
the crossover? Why am I thinking of Aladdin?
There was a little lion. There was like a little lion insect. I
I
remember
can't
that one.
remember. I can't remember the crossover context.
The Maggie?
Magi. Yes, that's what it was. I don't know why I thought of Aladdin.
Disney's Aladdin now in Monster Hunter.
Yeah, that's like I think I had Aladdin on my brain because I was gonna watch it earlier. Okay.
You get Iago. You get Iago instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will show you the world. Exactly.
Aw, that's gonna be the name of the glaive.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Oh my
I mean, we already
god.
have the genie lamp with like Chameleos' light bow gun.
I mean, even with the Palico, the armor in Rise is kind of like you're on a carpet
Oh
all
Oh,
yeah.
over.
You just turn it. You
So
just have to
there
color
you
it
go.
blue, and then yeah, there you go.
There you
oh
go.
god. Oh yeah, you could just color him blue. Oh, please don't.
Instantly ruin
It has
it.
like a magical mustache as well.
Oh,
Because
true, he
yeah,
does.
it does. He's like it's like a buff. The thing is like it's a buff genie.
Well, yeah. I mean, after Robin Williams' depiction of the genie, he's got like. Well, actually, he wasn't really that buff, was he?
No, but he was top heavy. He was top
He was
heavy.
top heavy.
Yeah,
He had the
Yeah.
he had the pizza slice shape. So
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah, that's
Like
that's what you want to go for.
the
Look
Chad body.
buff.
The Chad body.
Yeah. I mean, remember when Jafar became a genie and he was like super shredded?
He was for like
Yeah.
no reason, even though he was a string bean.
Yeah, he was a string bean little sorcerer guy. Well, I guess he was tall. But then like when he became a genie, he was like freaking bodybuilder status right here.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. That
Oh,
he
man.
ruined the genies for everyone because now genies have to be buff. Like
For some
there's those genie Pokemon from 5th generation, right? They're just buff guys with clouds. They're just buff dudes. You know how many Pokemon are
Buff
just buff
everywhere.
guys?
yeah, the champ.
Yeah.
True.
There's so many buff dudes as
Machoke and
Pokemon.
his son too.
Yeah.
Even
They're just buff.
Incineroar, like the
Incineroar, he's just a
final.
Oh
buff
Yeah,
guy.
he's
it
a
was like
buff
a cute.
tiger wrestler.
I know it was a cute little kitten when you first get it, and then just turns buff, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, I guess that's what we're doing now.
Hold on, I don't even remember the second evolution right now. Hold on. Isn't it also a cat too?
It is, but
Yeah.
Is it
it
on all fours?
Yeah.
I
Torcat?
think
I
it's
remember.
just like a fully grown cat, I wanna say, but
I remember
Okay.
because like 3 generations in a row, I think the fire starter became firefighting.
Yeah.
So people were like,
Pretty
"Oh, it's
speculative.
gonna be watch it be a punch cat," and then it ended up being a punch cat.
Punch cat, but we ended up being a dark type.
Yeah, dark type. So yeah, we got around it, but like not really. I don't know. It's still like a fire
He's
thing that punches you.
he's a fucking wrestling tiger.
Mhm.
I don't
God.
know. But
Um,
good stuff. Good stuff.
yeah.
So let's get into our weeks. Let's start with Kat. What have you been up to
No,
this week, or I guess
but
last week?
I'm just kidding. I was doing my best to take stories slow. Like I was doing
Good
my
job.
but the thing is, like, well, here's the thing, is like I had already put 80 hours in before I went into the end game. So so
Okay, nice.
I was yeah,
She
I was
hates
like,
this game.
what? No, I was so into it that I put 80 full hours in before I even made it to the end game, okay? So, like, I tried my best to take it slow, but, like, I just kept wanting to do more and more, and,
Mhm.
you can't you can only do so much without continuing the storyline. So, I feel like almost got to that point, and I didn't wanna start doing these other smaller side things just
Mhm.
yet, 'cause, I'm gonna save that for other streams, like egg hunting and, um, side quest stuff, and I wanna be able to save that for different streams and so on. Because there's like achievements, there's egg like I said, I'm really excited for egg hunting. Like
Oh yeah.
I am genuinely excited for egg
Seems
hunting.
like it'd be like a really just relaxing, have Netflix on at the side, and just like
Play some music,
yeah,
little egg
Mhm.
hunt,
yeah,
and that yeah, so
you know.
I'm saving that for stream. So I ended up getting a little bit eager to want to continue that. And I wanted to take Ratha out of my damn team so I love Ratha. He's a cool dude, but
But
I
oh
really want
my
my other monster.
god.
All right.
I know. Being
So
forced.
I mean, is like because Ratha has to be on your team, right? It's like
yeah,
Yeah.
you
yeah.
have no choice. Yeah.
You can't take him out until after Endgame. And
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
then
so you can actually take him out eventually.
yeah, you can take
Okay.
him out after
I'm
Endgame.
actually
The same concept was in Stories 1 as well.
Okay, I see. I see.
I'm super excited for that.
It's good. I promise you, you're gonna love the last fight. You're
Okay.
gonna
I'm
love
Ooh.
it.
so excited.
Someone in my chat room was like, "Oh, I hate this final fight," and I was like, "Really?" And then now you're telling me you love it. So now I don't know what to think. I don't
It's
know what
so
to
I
think.
intense. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't underestimate it. I
yeah,
did.
I
I was like, "Oh, I'm doing so good." Pew, pew. 2 hearts gone. I'm just like, "What? What? Hold on now." So
I
I've just
know.
been yeah.
I keep having people in my chat saying like oh my god, it's so hard. Like I'm on my 5th attempt right now, my 7th attempt and I can't get by and it's like, "Oh my god, is that really such a roadblock right now?" Like,
I got it on my first try.
oh.
Look at this first
Oh
try
my
Andy
god,
over
this
here.
just
Oh
in,
my
Blaqk
god.
Kat is a pro gamer over here.
Well, that's just people. People get lucky in life sometimes. It just
I mean,
happens.
okay.
I don't even know. Like it's gonna take me like 20 tries. Like I'll be honest. You're
Listen.
gonna be hearing me screaming every time this thing strikes me.
Oh,
Okay? Like
I was screaming looking at it because it's beautiful.
oh my
Oh
gosh.
I
man,
was
I'm so
screaming the
excited.
entire
Is it
fight.
is it a monster that you would like to see cross over to like the main series at some point?
Where's Apple? Apple, where are you? There you are in chat. How would you say my reaction was
Oh
for the
boy.
Endgame Dragon Apple?
Yeah, I can't watch the VOD because I don't want to spoiler.
No, no,
But
don't. Yeah, you will 100% get spoiled. How would you say my reaction was for the Endgame monster, Apple? I know you have a better word for it,
seriously,
and now I'm just gonna wait.
yeah, something other than just hype
No.
or
What's another word?
poggers.
Massive oohing and eyeing.
Like enamored. Like you could see the sparkle in her eyes just
You
return
could, you could.
after
I was.
After hours and hours and days, like a massive nut. They said in the chat room, like a massive nut. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that was
Alright.
the entire fight. That was me. I was just like, this monster's so cool. You're gonna love him.
Okay.
That's all I can say. It's like I'm getting hyped thinking about it, and I want to fight it again, and I don't think you can yet, and I want to. It's so good.
Anything other than Stories 2 for your week?
Honestly, I didn't play anything else but Stories 2. I played Ark.
I saw you on Ark this morning.
I played
Oh,
Ark.
she's stalking you. Just creeping.
I
see you were playing. I see you were playing
Yeah.
Ark, huh?
Kat, you want to explain your nah.
I don't know. I'm just catching dinosaurs. Okay, leave me be.
Wait, is that the No, I'm thinking of Conan Exiles. No,
No.
Ark's the one with the dinosaurs, right?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's a
Okay, yeah.
survival. It's like a survival dino game. I love
Mhm.
it.
See, I've heard good things, but also bad things about the game. I don't know.
I will say it's definitely better to play multiplayer, but it can. I will say
Okay.
it can get a little bit addictive. I was up until like 3, almost 4 last night without realizing
Nice.
what time it was. But it's definitely better with company. You
Okay.
can do a solo play, but honestly, I think it's much more fun with people. Also,
I've seen many clips of like of streamers playing Ark in multiplayer, just like role playing and stuff, and it looks like a thrilling time. It looks really fun. The only thing is like I feel like there's a lot of layered systems on systems on systems.
Like,
that,
what do you
like,
mean?
I don't know. Like I feel like I would be intimidated by it. Cause I'm just like walking around not knowing whatever the hell I'm doing, and then like I accidentally take down someone's wall in their house or something. I'm like, oops.
Oh,
It's the same thing with Minecraft too.
No, well, in this case, if someone makes that house, you cannot take that wall. Only the owner can take down the wall unless you physically break it, which will take a really long time.
Oh, well, there
So
you
you
go,
can
Tam.
accidentally do that.
Okay.
Unless you build
Alright. Okay. I
So you
see.
can't accidentally grieve someone nice.
I can't accidentally take off someone's roof. I can't like on purpose take off someone's roof and be like, oops, that was an accident.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you tried really hard, you could.
If you tried hard
you know
enough.
what? Fuck the leeches, Jack. No.
Like
No
every
more
time we go back to the house, I just give like one jab to the wall. And like just do that like 500 times until one day you just get home and it's like the whole house explodes. Oops.
Oopsie.
I think, like, if it's a 2-layered house, I think if you break the bottom wall, the top wall also breaks, and so does the roof that it's connected to. It
Oh
all comes
Lord.
down.
Oh no.
So you took
So-
the
God.
just the wall.
Yeah, in one shot, Tam would be able to destroy everything.
Yep. I would
Yep.
bring down society, bring about a second a dinosaur
wouldn't
age.
surprise
I
me.
don't know. Well, it is the dinosaur
T-Rex
age.
and just go into
I've
some
seen
weird-
Ark footage of like people like with like technology and stuff.
like it's basically just it's like Minecraft, except when you level up, you unlock different weaponries, different armors, different stuff that you can actually create, like different dinosaur saddles and so on.
Mhm.
So basically, as you level up, you're unlocking all these other things to basically progress. And as your level gets like increased and so on, you get more technology.
Mhm.
Okay. So it's like kind of trying to mimic like the technological like race and stuff. Like
Yeah, like
just-
you got to be in that game for a long time. Have to be like level 100 plus or something like that to
Dang.
get the technology. I think I can make an assault rifle on one of my profiles. I think I'm like 80. I think I'm like level 80 something. You can make like an
That's
assault
casual.
rifle.
Yeah, just casually make an assault rifle. No big deal.
Don't worry about it. You just need to make your ammo. Don't worry about it.
reminds me of Pal World. You guys have seen the trailer for that game.
Oh my god.
Have you heard of this, Forrest? Have you heard of Pal World?
No.
It's the most astounding, incredible concept for a video game I've ever seen. It's basically like, what if Pokemon existed in real life? How would we actually use them? You know? So it's like you have this trailer that opens up. Hold on, let me pull it up here real quick.
Please do. Please
Real
do.
quick,
It is. I'm pretty sure I was slackjawed the entire time.
It was like you're watching it, and then there comes a point in the trailer where it's just like, wait, what?
Oh, this is hella cute. Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah. Oh, wait, what?
Exactly. Like, okay, I want you. You don't even need the audio for this. So,
No, it's just
let me
watch.
take away.
Yeah, you have the text there.
Here we go.
Okay. Let me
Give
see
it
So
a
it's
this.
like, yeah. What? Huh? Yeah,
Oh.
no, nice Pokemon. Yeah.
Aw,
Oh, hey, that's
that's
a
really
shot from Akira.
cute.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's like,
Ooh.
yeah, okay. Well, Pokemon help with construction too, so that's okay.
Yeah.
It seems like they're like, happy doing it in a cute way. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I mean, as long as they're not really okay. Yeah, I mean,
That's
give a
okay.
helping hand,
This is gonna sound so
Yeah,
bad for the
why is
podcast.
Why is that cow so sad? Oh no! Oh
Oh,
god! What's going on here?
What the fuck? What?
This
Aw.
is, by the way, this for audio listeners. This is the Pal World trailer.
Oh wow. I mean, what?
That's my favorite.
What? No!
It sounds like a napkin.
What?
This is fun game for the whole family. They're making guns.
What? Wait, whoa, okay, it's slave labor. That looks like slave labor. Why are you using your pals as a shield? What is happening?
Dynamite fishing. That's illegal in real life.
Yeah. What? What is happening? What?
Pal World. It's Pal World.
It's supposed to be coming out, I think, sometime next year, early next year. I
Yeah,
think.
something like that.
Oh
Pal
my
World.
god.
Oh my god.
I don't see what's wrong with that at all. Looks like a perfectly innocent Pokemon spin-off game, It's whatever.
I mean, it's certainly trying to be unique.
This is what happens when Team Rocket wins.
Yeah. No, yeah. Pal World is actually like Pokemon
Oh
Team
my
Rocket
god.
in disguise.
That's so accurate, though.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Terrible.
I almost expected that to be like a battle royale in a way, just from looking at that.
Yeah.
It was so confusing.
Apparently, it's supposed to
Oh
be a creature collector like regular
I'm
Pokemon. But
trying.
if you read the Steam page for it, it's even more hilarious. Let me get some.
It has a Steam page.
I'm gonna pull
Let's
some
see.
highlights from the Steam page here real quick.
And their guns. Yeah, the Pokemon are using guns
They're
as
using
well.
guns. Yeah, they don't make the gun. They not only do they make the guns, but they use them as well with you.
Yeah.
Like,
I just-
I think the best moment
The
is
squirrel
when
was-
you're like, the squirrel just climbs up to your head. It's like, "Nyeh," like just shooting. Okay, survival. The world is full of dangers such as food shortages, harsh weather, and illegal poachers. You must be prepared to do anything if you want to survive. You may even need to consume pals sometimes.
what?
What?
No, just wait. Fly, swim, dig holes. You can explore all kinds of places on land and sea and in the sky by riding pals. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Mhm.
Do you want to build a pyramid? You can have a large number of pals work on the construction. Don't worry, labor laws won't apply to pals.
What?
Let's see. That one's fine.
That's so messed up.
Different pals are good at different things, such as sowing, watering, harvesting, or else.
Or else?
No, yeah, that's how that's how that sentence ends. Or else.
Or
Wait, here's a bullet point called factory and automation. It is essential for automation to let pals do the manual work. Build a factory and place pals in it. They will work forever as long as they're fed until the end of their lifetime.
oh
And then
my
there's a gif of
God.
these green Pachirisu looking pals making guns.
no.
And they're sad.
Oh no. I think you actually see them working on building guns and stuff like that in a factory in that trailer.
With pals, you'll be safe in dangerous areas. If you are in danger, you use pals to cover your escape. They'll give their lives to protect you.
Oh.
Oh yeah, this bullet point is called poaching and crime. Endangered species pals live in the hunted, prohibited area. If you sneak in and catch them, you'll get tons of money. It's only illegal if you get caught.
God, what the Isn't that like real life logic though? It's only illegal
Oh
if you
yeah,
get caught.
it's only illegal if you get caught. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's perfect. It's perfect. I hope they go further into that concept because as like a parody creature collector game, I think
Oh
it's
my
hitting
god.
all the notes. It's hitting all the notes, I think. I think if they were like
Oh my
this
god.
strikes me as a game that PETA would try to make to teach a lesson, except these guys are like they know the lesson and they know what they're doing. That are like, no, yeah, we know what we're doing. You can just read it in the Steam page where it's like,
I didn't
oh,
even
your pals can farm, can construct, can mow the lawn, or else. I
or
think that's my
else.
favorite. That's my favorite. The or
At
else.
the end, or else.
Just add or else to like at the end of any sentence, and it'll just like
This just
forebode
kind
it.
of reminds me of like the Sims patch notes or whatever.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
have you ever seen that video of like you're not allowed to like Sims aren't allowed to dance with mummies anymore or something
They
like
just
something
add
like
like
that.
all types of fluff in the
Yeah, just like
yeah.
super specific stuff.
No,
Dwarf
I've
Fortress
never
does the
heard
same
of that.
thing. Yeah.
Really? I need to send you a video. It's
Yeah,
actually the best thing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Because the Sims note, like the patch notes, they were just so specific. It's like, I think there was this one part where it was saying like,
Can't dance with mummies anymore though.
at times. It was
Aw.
like I think there was one that was like if Sims are no longer required to go to graduation if like they're dying or something, or like
So specific.
it's super specific. Like it was just oh my god.
I'm gonna need my friends to drag my corpse to graduation and then dress
I
me
need
up
gotta
to
in the
see
robe
graduate,
and everything.
or
yeah, I
else
gotta see Timmy
Yeah.
get his diploma.
oh my god.
Something's starting to smell in here. What's that? Oh no, don't worry, it's Timmy.
Yeah,
He's
don't worry about that.
graduating. Hold on.
It's in there. Like a literal trash bag of a graduation robe. Or it's like
just
it
a
comes in
trash
the
bag,
body
that's
bag. Oh, this is really dark.
it.
His graduation robe's in the body bag.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, someone said it's impossible to try for baby with the Grim Reaper. Like that was literally one of the patch notes, and it's just kind of like, why is that a thing?
I mean, hey, there are skeleton fetishists out there, you know?
Stop.
What? 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 Did it used to be a thing? It's impossible to try for a baby with the.
I don't think anyone ever really tried it.
Then why would they?
Apparently,
They just do it for fluff, I think.
not. I think that might have been an option.
Was it?
It must have been if that's a patch note.
Can I woohoo with the Grim Reaper?
Not anymore, but maybe on a previous version.
Damn, I gotta revert my Sims.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, other
Alright.
than Stories 2 and Arc, that pretty much made up your week, Kat?
Pretty much, yeah. That has literally been my entire week. Was just been mostly stories, like, and then after stream stories, and then after stream stories some more. Yeah, that was
Dreams about stories, everything.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, that happened like 3 or 4 times this week. Okay.
I actually did have a dream about stories as well. Yeah.
Alright. Well, Forrest,
it's bad.
what did your week involve? Other than, I mean, we'll get into the stories talk later. I think
Yeah,
more in
'cause
depth about the stories talk.
obviously I've been doing stories as well.
Mhm.
What else have I been playing? I did a little bit of Generations Ultimate here and there actually.
You still trying that Silverwind solo?
Yeah. I got a 16-minute recently, and it was just kind of like
Getting there.
I went to somebody else's stream and they were like, "Oh, I don't want to tell you my time on Silverwind." And it's like, "Oh, okay." Like,
I think I was there for the 16-minute one too.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I think you
I think I
were.
was, or at least one of
Yeah.
them that was 16 minutes.
Yeah. So I got that. What else have I been doing? I still been playing a little bit of Terraria here and there.
Mhm.
Kind of slowing down the grind a little bit on it, but still a really fun game. But we talked about that last week. What else have I been doing? Jeez, it's just been stories.
I know. It came out and it's like one
I
track
know.
thing.
I'm literally trying to think of like what else I've been playing.
Well,
I actually tried out Planet Coaster. which is like a
Oh,
little bit
I
of an older
love
game.
that game. Oh, that game is lovely.
Yeah, I
That
saw
game
that
is
you
lovely.
had it on your library,
Yep.
so
Yeah.
I want to bring it up to you.
So
Planet Coaster? Like, do you just
yeah,
like design roller coasters?
pretty much.
Actually, Kat,
Yeah, it's a park sim game. So kind of like
you
Roller
Those
Coaster
are
Tycoon.
fun.
Yeah.
you wanted to get Planet Zoo, didn't you?
I did. It
They're
was in my
making
summer
Same
wish.
same studio. Same
yeah,
studio.
same
Yep.
Really?
same
Ah,
creators.
cool. I just like the idea
So
of that stuff. I always thought
Yeah.
it was
yeah.
Now it has like probably the most in-depth like building creator I've ever seen of a theme park simulator game.
Oh
It's
yeah.
incredible. It's made by a lot of ex um developers who worked on. I mean, they're still developers. A lot of developers who worked on the original Roller Coaster Tycoon games.
Gotcha.
cool.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the most recent Roller Coaster Tycoon game I think was called Roller Coaster Tycoon World. I think something like that. But it's terrible because like none of the previous talent is working on that game anymore, and it's like they're all
Ah,
working on this Planet Coaster game where uh who owns the Roller Coaster Tycoon IP? Whoever it is, they're not doing such a good job with it right now.
Sad.
But Planet Coaster is incredible. It is incredible. It's like it's one of those. Well, I'll let you talk about it because you were playing it, Forrest.
I mean, I got a little bit into it. I was kind of like in a call when I was trying it out and everything.
Hmm.
I completed like the nice thing is that there's story. There's like a story mode or like a campaign, I guess, in a way. But there's
Okay.
also like a sandbox mode. So I did like the first world where you had to like make like a pirate themed uh theme park, I guess,
Hmm.
Sounds
which
fun.
was a lot of fun. Yeah. And then I like kind of stopped with the second one because like the second one, it's suddenly like, oh, you have to like build on this land that's like mainly a go-kart area, but like you're not getting any money from it. And oh, your money's gone. All right, cool. You got to
Yep.
start over. So yeah, I definitely want to try it out again, but again, stories has been taking over my life.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been taking over everyone's life, including mine.
Yeah.
That's what I've been up to for like most of this week.
Oh yeah.
Um, I guess for me, it's been a lot of stories too, and a lot of FF14, and a lot of, well, not a lot of, but we're still continuing Final Fantasy 9 as well. Um,
Hmm.
and there's not much else to say other than the stories 2 stuff, which we're gonna get into later. I mean, Final Fantasy 14 continues to be sucking me back in after my
I'm
long break from it.
I'm afraid of that.
Wait, have you played?
Yeah, I played for like 6 months straight, and then I started slowing down a bit. But like, I
Mm.
got sucked in one time, played for an entire week. I was like, man, I missed this game. And then Monster Hunters, and then I'm like, okay, well, I don't have time for both. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with my life anymore.
Yeah,
But
Final
yeah,
Fantasy 14 is absolutely exploding right
it's because
now.
Oh yeah.
walkers and
It's
everything.
because of
Mm,
yeah, it's all kinds of factors. There's Endwalkers coming out. World of Warcraft is currently shooting itself in the foot like multiple times a day.
what do you
Um,
mean?
so the dev team behind World of Warcraft and a lot of the community leaders aren't doing such a good job of representing their game, and also for a while now, the player base has been feeling kind of alienated by the developers
Ooh,
because like it's more like the developers are making the game for themselves rather than for their player base. And
hmm.
also catering towards like the top like 1% of players as well. Um, and so the next closest analog is Final Fantasy 14, which is why we have such a big influx of players right there. In fact, Final Fantasy 14 actually sold out digitally
What?
on the Square. Yeah, because the Square Enix store ran out of pre-generated digital codes to give to people.
What?
Dang.
Yeah, that's how insane it is. And if you look at Final Fantasy 14's numbers right now on Twitch, it's like
You know
it
Yeah.
did like a straight
I
up
did notice that. I actually did.
yeah.
And like
Yeah.
it wasn't up until super recently that all that stuff started happening too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
and a bunch of really big name streamers have been getting their feet wet
which
in Final Fantasy 14 as well. It's like it's all kinds of factors, and it's kind of the perfect storm for like a WoW killer, which is a term that's been used for decades now. Uh,
Wow.
and like yeah, it's starting to come to fruition, I think. So unfortunate for WoW, but really fortunate for Final Fantasy 14. So yeah, I've been like, of course I've been swept up in the hype again after all my friends have been either getting back into it or starting it. To the point where now I'm in a static again. Oh boy.
Yeah.
So I
Man,
gotta,
you're making
I'm,
me feel
I'm,
feelings.
yep. So
It's
yeah,
been
time to.
so it's been a bit since I've played. It's probably been like 2 months since I've played, but I know for sure if I got back into it, I would get back into it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just I don't know if I'm ready for the commitment again.
I mean, other than like Monster Hunter Stories 2 at the moment, once I'm done with that game, I think Final Fantasy 14 is just like, and Rise is kind of on hiatus as well because the content has been slowing down for that as well.
Mhm.
So I think there's like, this is my window where I'm like, all right, just fill the void with Final
But
Fantasy 14, I
Tam,
guess.
a new event came out for Rise. It was a Tigrex, and you can fight it for more titles.
Oh,
More
the titles.
titles.
Oh well, now I guess I gotta. Yeah, I
Yeah.
absolutely
Oh,
love
dang! I
Rise,
guess I
but
gotta put
It's
it
I
in.
really
absolutely love
weird.
Rise. It's just that I don't have a objective right now, so
Yeah.
I just and
Yeah.
that's not a bad thing either. That's just I mean I can move on to other games for now until
Yeah.
the next big update for Rise or until Rise Ultimate or whatever comes out.
Eyes
Mhm.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever they're going to add afterwards. I'm hoping they do something similar to Iceborne,
Hmm.
and they kind of up the amp for a lot of things that they had already
Yeah.
had in base world. I'm hoping that they do something really really similar because I like the game is really really good. The wire bug mechanic is very well
I
done
hope they
and
bring it
it's a
back.
lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Yeah.
I can't say that I would like to see the wire bug mechanic back in any other game. I can't agree with that because honestly, the wire bug either makes or breaks it because like you could have a fight that ends up being really really easy because the wire bug saves you, or that wire bug can just you could just jump into a T-Rex's mouth on accident
Yeah.
and
Ooh.
confirm.
Well, I
So
think
I
I think that's more of like that's more of a, you just have to be you have to be careful with your usage of it. You know.
Yeah.
like I
That's
feel like sometimes you don't realize it, like, it's just, like, finger movement when it
Yeah.
comes to yeah, that's because like, it happens to me a lot, which is why I say that because like, I don't think about it right off the get-go, and I'm just like, "Oh, no, I fell down. Alright, wire fall. Bad idea, should've waited," and
yeah.
then, like, so
I
on. So,
know.
honestly, I don't wanna see the wire bug in another game. I feel like,
That's
being grounded felt better and much more immersive than, the wire bug is good for this game, but
but
yeah.
Cat, you're a glaive, you're never no.
No, I am a glaive. The ground is for peasants.
Are you
Figured out
mad
these
that
soldiers.
everybody else has movement now in the air? You're
Yeah.
not the only
Well,
I
now
can
you know
actually move.
now you know how Sword and Shield users
Oh,
felt in Iceborne when everyone could use their slingers with their weapons drawn.
That's true. And they still didn't get oils.
Yeah,
no oils,
no
yeah.
oils. Honestly, I
Yeah.
never thought oils was great.
It Oils was just something I
Like, I
always
mean, they're
forgot was a
good. Like,
thing.
yeah, they're good, but I don't think they're a good implementation for buffing Sword and Shield. I always thought that um like to improve Sword and Shield, it had to be at the foundation level, and I think that's what they've done with the more recent games with like Perfect Rush and all these like
Mhm.
fancy new tricks that they've given Sword and Shield. That isn't just like an external item that you need to use.
Honestly, Sword and Shield is just so smooth in Rise. Like,
Oh yeah.
It is.
I
It's very, very enjoyable in
yeah,
Rise.
it's so smooth. Like, I started to like it in, World and everything, but it was a little bit, gritty here and there,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mhm.
they smoothed it all out in Rise. It's so much fun to play.
I'll be
Um,
honest, a lot of the weapons in Rise feel really good to play, like,
True.
since I play all the weapons, like, I had weapon requests for a while, and I still do, but, like, every time I would hop into a weapon, it wouldn't take very long to really, really get into it or to even figure it out. So,
Mm-hmm.
honestly,
True.
they felt super smooth compared to learning new weapons in Monster Hunter World. For some
Mm-hmm.
reason, it felt a tad more I don't know what the word is, but, like, it didn't feel as easy as it did in
I
Rise.
Like
mean,
And
accessible.
I feel like a lot of the weapons in World were kind of locked behind, well, not locked, but like you needed certain armor and
Yeah,
skills
the
to
laundry
make
list
that
of
armor
skills to
shine.
make it.
That
Yeah.
long this
Yeah.
yeah, I can see
To
that.
really, yeah, to really actually do something,
Yeah,
you
it's
Yeah.
know?
like, oh, you want to use greatsword? Well, you got your focus. Yeah,
Yeah.
you need your frostcraft. Well,
Yeah.
I think the wire bug skills and the switch skills kind of alleviate that a little bit, where
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
You
can make up for like the shortcomings that might make you uncomfortable for weapon by using a certain switch skill. And of
yeah.
course, there are
Totally.
still like armor skills that like are,
Yeah, charge
according
blade
to a lot
stuff.
of people, like required for certain
Yeah.
weapons. But
Like
I don't.
certain like your charge blade is one of those weapons, or
Yeah.
one of the weapons that needs a certain skill in order to function correctly
Hmm.
or to use it to its full extent.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
but yeah, other than stories 2, FF14, FF9, haven't been really much going on this week. Kind of business as usual, other than my PC almost exploding while I was playing Stories 2. That was so
God.
frustrating. It was
Oh,
like it was like my controller was like disconnecting and reconnecting. I was like, what the hell's going on? And like every time that was going on, like the audio would mute in the game because like Windows is thinking that another audio device is being connected because there's like the
Ooh.
headphone jack on the
yeah.
PS4 controller. I hate that. Make sure you disable that, by the way. I didn't know that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I
yeah.
found that out the hard way as well when I panicked whenever I thought something was broken. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nothing makes me more anxious during a stream than technical problems. Like I could have the shittiest person in my chat room ever, but that doesn't hold a candle to like dropping frames during stream.
Jeez.
Like
That's so true, though.
yeah, like bring
It's
on
like
all the backseating Andys in the world. They don't hold a candle to the amount of grief that OBS will give me sometimes, you know?
yeah,
OBS is like that too. That's the worst part. It's like almost normal for OBS to have those technical issues.
Yeah.
That's the
true.
sad part.
But I mean, I think all the issues have been solved for now. We'll see what the next problem will be when
What's
it
in store next
releases.
week?
Yeah, yeah.
What
We'll
happens
see
with
what's in store
OBS?
next week. You know, maybe a killer spider will invade my room and I'll have to fight
Oh
it
my
off during the.
god.
I don't
Thank
know,
you.
but we'll see. Hey, spiders are bros though. Just not when
Are
they're
they?
trying to
On
kill
your
you.
own there.
Spiders are bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they eat pests and get the real things that you should be hating on are centipedes,
And mosquitoes.
mosquitoes as well. Yeah.
Yeah, centipedes.
I think there was a study that was like if we just take away all the mosquitoes on Earth, there would be no harmful uh like repercussions at all. If we
Ten
just
to
got
10
rid
out
of all the
of
Nice.
mosquitoes. I think the only thing is that like more people are not gonna die from malaria.
Oh,
Maybe you know
okay.
what? No. You know what? That's why mosquitoes are here. They're to keep the human population in check.
Yeah, to
That's their
even it.
only purpose. Is so that we don't spiral. Because malaria is one of the biggest killers every year, right?
I don't know. I don't like
Is
mosquitoes.
it?
I think yeah. I think the
Fair
number
cat.
one. I think the number one. Hold on. How many? I'm gonna Google it right now.
So I have
Oh.
Malaria deaths per
like,
year.
what purpose do wasps serve?
Uh,
Wow.
internationally, malaria is responsible for approximately 1 to 3 million deaths per year.
Damn.
That's a
That
lot of deaths.
that's a lot of staving off of the human population there. So you know what?
Ooh,
Maybe
True.
that's why mosquitoes exist. It's
God.
specifically to keep us in check.
What? What do you mean? Like, I don't see any purpose for wasps. Like, what
Wasps?
purpose do they serve? They're just jerks.
I don't know. They look cool.
That's it. That's not an excuse.
They look cool.
They look cool.
They're responsible
Cool.
for I don't know, looking cool, having a cool aesthetic, I
I certainly
guess.
don't like it when a
Cool
wasp is
aesthetic.
in my face when I'm like
Have
trying
you seen
to.
that video of like it's like 100 bees versus like 10 wasps or something like that? Or something like that. It's like
Really?
a ridiculous amount of bees versus
I feel like
like
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it's one of the it was a video on YouTube like many years ago. But it was like done with a high FPS camera, so you can see like
The
this
whole thing
wasp
happening.
getting like swarmed by a bunch of bees, and it's like falling down across the camera lens. You can just see like this
Oh.
spinning wasp being like ah, just like spinning out of control like a helicopter. The
I just
wasps won,
remember.
by the way. Like the 10 or so wasps like won. And it's like
Oh god.
This is like stuff I watched in high school. And I'm like, hey, Mike, look, this is cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Or that one random night where you just like go on a tangent on YouTube of just like, I don't know how I got here, but here we are.
Yeah.
Finding random stuff. I found
Yep.
interesting facts about toucans one time.
Okay.
Exactly. And it's just like, all right, well, I'm
me-
following this bird page now, I guess.
Yeah, give us a toucan fact.
Just FYI, the reason I don't use my YouTube account for the screen down there, and I use the Farcasters YouTube account, because I don't want you guys to see the weird shit I get recommended on YouTube.
No, I feel that.
Tam, why are you looking up horse testicle facts? No, don't worry about it.
Wait, I can explain, I promise.
I can explain. There's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this, okay?
Get him.
But that's my week, horse testicles. So,
Yeah, okay.
shall we move on? Let's take a break from the stories. Or do you just want to take a break before we get into Legends of the Guild? You guys want a quick 5-minute break?
I'm good personally. What are you feeling?
I'm good.
You good? You
yeah,
just want to
yeah,
get right
I'm
into
good.
it?
Although actually, before we bring that up, should we talk about the Steam Deck actually? So I think we were talking about.
You want to talk about Steam Deck? Let's talk about Steam Deck. Yeah.
Because I
don't
mean,
know
we
much
did.
for it, but it looks silly. It looks like it's so incredibly bulky. It looks like the Switch got fat. That's it.
That's true, actually.
It looks that's it.
I do know that Karada said that the only reason why he would want to get it is to play World on it.
Oh my god. Can you imagine playing World on a teeny tiny screen like
Yeah.
that? No, I can't.
It's
Oh my God.
it's like, yeah, basically like, your whole Steam library can be played on it. It's basically a portable PC, and if it works as advertised, like, it's a serious competitor for the Switch. It's what people were expecting the Switch Pro to be, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think at this point, and the price is pretty comparable to the Switch OLED as well. I think the only thing that it doesn't have on Switch is the exclusive library of Nintendo games. That's it.
The question I need to ask is, does it have Bluetooth?
I would
That is
imagine. Hold
something
on.
that the Switch will never freaking have. I swear.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Let me pull up the PC
Yeah.
gamer. The PC gamer.
Like, the Switch will never have Bluetooth, I swear.
All right.
Nintendo is never gonna go there.
Let's see. Connectivity: Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, USB Type-C with DisplayPort
Bruh.
1.4 support. Holy shit!
Okay,
Bruh.
so there's a DisplayPort too.
Yeah.
Wait, so could you actually play it on your fucking TV in
Yeah.
the living room?
Yeah,
Oh,
it has DisplayPort support. USB
Well,
Type-C, which is great. I want USB Type-C to become the standard in all USB devices. It's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bluetooth as well, and of course Wi-Fi.
Yep.
that changed my slight perspective. All right.
No,
Resolution
yeah,
of the
really
screen
cool.
is 1280 by 800, which is, I think, a little, because that's 800p. That's about 80 pixels more than.
I just want to
Nintendo's.
put it on my living room, TV. I'm not gonna play a hand. I just want to move it to my living room, my big TV,
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah,
and play my Steam games on a big TV. That's
That'd
it.
be so nice.
And
That would be so
there's 3 models of it. There's the 64 gig, 256 gig with NVMe SSD, and then 512 gigs with the SSD as well. SSD on a portable like that, like,
yeah. It's
the
kind
Steam
of
Deck is like,
Yeah.
in fact, I think the Steam Deck store page crashed yesterday because so many people were trying to pre-order them. I think my biggest concern about it is the button layout.
God, the button layout. I looked at it and I got triggered immediately for some reason because, like,
It just confuses me.
The B button looks like it's ready to jump off the gamepad. Like, I want you guys to take a look at what the Steam Deck looks like, and look at that B button. It looks like it's about ready to just slide off.
I think I had a problem with the analog stick placement.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I'm always pretty particular about that.
Yeah, like I'm trying to remember what did I have an issue with before too. I don't remember what I had an issue with. Oh, the Switch. I don't even know what they're called.
Joy-Cons.
The Joy-Cons. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Joy-Cons. They drive me nuts because
Yeah.
the analog sticks are awkward as hell.
Yeah, and it's to
They really are.
facilitate being able to play on them like horizontally.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
it's so
yeah.
bizarre.
I
It's
don't
so
like it.
bizarre, and I don't like the way the Switch's D-pad is because it's not a D-pad at all. It's
No,
just
it's
4
not.
buttons.
4 buttons. It throws me off so much.
Yeah.
I can't use the Joy-Cons to play games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the Steam Deck has an OLED screen. Yeah, 7-inch LCD touchscreen. But I think
I
for a
don't
lot of
touch
people, like I mean, OLED is nice. It's nice. The
It's-
blacks are blacker. The lighter colors are lighter. Everything's more vibrant, and you're able to play it out in the sun without needing to
It's
squint.
nice, but it's
Okay.
not vital, really. You know?
No, and it's actually like it drives up the cost as well because like actually I
Yeah.
think second and third generation PlayStation Vitas that were produced, they didn't have the OLED screen in them so that they could be more cost effective because of course
Okay.
the Vita wasn't selling too hot and it wasn't really worth the money to include the OLED screen in them anymore, so they started selling them without those. So I think OLED is like kind of a luxury premium at this point.
A luxury.
Okay.
All you need is the LCD. I think 99% of players are fine with just an LCD, and
Yeah.
there are all kinds of add-ons that you can probably get to make playing out in the sun possible if that's an issue.
So long as you
that
can
might
see
have.
the screen, that's really all that matters.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
really it.
Yeah, 16 gigs of RAM, CPU clock speed of 2.4 to 3.5 gigahertz. Yeah, this thing is it's decent specs, but like considering the resolution and that of what it's running, like it'll probably run games pretty well from the PC version. After the graphics are scaled down, of course. But yeah, this is like I don't know. I'm hoping Valve puts support into this because Valve doesn't have a great track record of supporting their hardware. You guys remember
Yeah.
the what was it called? The Steam box?
No,
It was
never heard of it.
The Steam Machine. That's what it was called.
Wait,
I think it was.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, the Steam Machine was a line of pre-built gaming computers with video game console features designed to operate Valve's Steam OS. So basically, you put your like Steam Machine in like another room.
Wow.
And then you can play like your Steam games on your TV. It was like a console
Get
that
the
like
Steam
communicated.
machine?
Yeah, and it
Steam.
used the Steam controller too, which people still use
Again,
those Steam controllers, but like
Seen them, yeah.
they're
They're
so
like,
weird, and
they're
yeah.
so weird.
I don't like it.
I still don't know how they work. Like
I don't know.
I still
It's
like
always
like
gonna remain
the
as a mystery.
D-pad and the right stick are like pizza dishes or something. And
You
then
know, I think that's like
the buttons are like
I
right
think
next to each
Xbox
other, like
does
down
that too.
here.
I think
Yeah.
Xbox does something super, super similar to that. I think their
Yeah.
Xbox One controllers have like that little dish or something like I know one controllers that are out like that have that little dish, like that little dish D-pad thing. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Those-
no, I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah, I can't remember. I think it might be the Xbox
It might have been
One,
the OG Xbox,
or was it?
the
I don't
the
remember.
Duke. Yeah, where
The
it's like
Mm.
Duke,
the D-pad is like a
like a
disc
like a circle
on
with like
Yeah.
the D-pad
Xbox.
printed.
The Duke. I don't know if the Duke was ever actually the official name for it, but that's like what it's known as now. Just because it was so big. Yep, yeah,
Was
Yeah.
it?
yep.
So
That's
I
it.
had
remember
one
it.
of
That's all I
those.
remember.
And then the center has like a big disc that just says Xbox on it. In case you forgot what console you were playing on, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, the Xbox OG controller was so weird.
It was. Also another thing about the Steam Deck though is I know that Karada was trying to get one. But when he tried to get one, like apply for it or whatever, he got denied because his account was apparently too new or
Oh,
something.
yeah. It's to yeah, because they were trying to prevent scalpers from creating accounts and buying it
Yeah.
immediately. Yeah.
But it's just like Karada's account, like I don't know how old it is, but he's had it for a bit at least.
Was he ever banned?
I don't think so. But what do I know? What do we think we
If he
got
was like
banned
fresh
for?
off a ban, I don't know. But
What do you do?
I mean, I understand why they're preventing new accounts from buying it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see
But I
that
don't
too.
know if like what the grace period is, and if Karada was like somehow still in that grace period. Who knows?
I don't
or if it's
know.
like a
That's the
bug or
thing.
something.
That's true. There's got to be some other kind of way. Because I
Parada,
mean,
Yeah.
were you trying to scalp, huh? You trying to scalp some Steam decks? Oh, you know what else is
Oh
funny is
man.
that the day that the Steam Deck was announced, Elgato announced their
Yeah,
new Stream Deck.
I
I
think I know
know.
what you're talking. I think
So
I
you
see it.
have yeah,
Look in-
you have an announcement of the Steam Deck and the new Stream Deck.
I
Gee
know.
whiz! Who focus tested the Steam Deck name?
Yeah.
Like someone had to be like, a Stream Deck's already a thing, you know. Are you sure that's not gonna be confusing to people? No, it's fine.
What do
Wait,
you
isn't
think people
Steam?
focus on?
Wait, isn't it the little Steam Deck, the little things that gives you the little commands and
The
stuff like
stream,
that?
yeah, with the
Yeah.
buttons, and then you can
Okay, yeah, the
customize
little
what the buttons
buttons.
to do.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
actually use a Stream Deck at all. I still like click on OBS manually, but
I learned hotkeys. I learned the
hotkeys,
Okay.
yeah.
yeah, I learned hotkeys. So I have
Yeah,
like sound
no.
keys on my number pad. I just
Mhm.
use my number pad for stuff.
Yeah, I think hotkeys are really useful if you play like mostly games with like that use controller. If I'm playing like
Mhm.
FF14, for example, and like doing all sorts of things, I don't want to like accidentally press a hotkey somewhere, and then it's like all of a sudden like I don't know, a fart sound effect comes on. You know?
Suddenly your OBS just self-destructs.
Yeah, something like that. Like and that's like to look into what I would do with a Stream Deck. Yeah, I would just make it a soundboard.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Um,
just fart effects during cutscenes or something.
Hard to fix.
yeah.
During a really sad cutscene in Monster Hunter Stories 2 or something, just like
Oh my god. To ruin the whole movement, the whole moment.
like a really like memorable sad moment, and then the cutscene fades to black, and then all of a sudden in the background you just hear an echoing fart. It's good. It's good stream content right there. That's how you do it. That's how you play the game.
Yep.
That's how you play.
Well,
Great.
honestly, even for like just doing these little things, because for my Monster Hunter Stories character, I made them look so high.
Oh, you
Like
gave
I
them
used
those
the
eyes.
yeah, I gave them
Oh
those
my
eyes,
god.
and it's just like for all these serious cutscenes and everything, my character's just standing there not knowing what is happening, and it makes me laugh every time.
Hold that thought. Do we want to move into because I think
Stories
we've
discussion.
no, let's save the stories discussion for last, but let's move into Monster Hunter Legends of the Guild.
Okay,
Can I
The
mention something about the
yeah,
Stream Deck?
yeah. Sure.
go for it.
Zach, my boyfriend, and he's also in here too. He just pointed out to me that the Stream Deck actually has a dock.
Does
Really?
it?
It has a dock, yeah.
Well,
Like
how
the,
does it make
Oh.
this?
the Switch,
Yeah,
yeah. It has
hey,
a dock.
I need a Steam Deck dock. Oh, a Stream Deck? No, a Steam Deck. Okay, here you go. No, this is the Stream Deck dock. Can I have the
Yeah,
Steam Deck, please?
he just showed me like the blueprint thingy of a video for it. Yeah, it has a fucking dock and everything.
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
god.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
I
It's more
mean,
like yeah.
I think there's some comfort in that. This isn't exactly something that grandma's gonna go to GameStop to buy their little Timmy, you know. Like it's not confusing to the extent of like Xbox Series S and X are, you
Yeah.
know, or
Like-
new Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the Switch OLED
Sorry,
isn't called the new Nintendo Switch. I was really expecting that.
Honestly, though, yeah.
I was super duper expecting that. But would you guys like to talk about some of this Monster Hunter Legends of the Guild on Netflix? Just to give people context, this show was or this project was announced years ago. I want to say before World was even a thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was 3+ years is what I was told.
Let me hold on. Let
Hmm.
me do some Sherlock Holmes work here. Legends of the Guild. Are the Legends of the Guild the what do you call it? The ace hunters themselves?
Yeah.
Are they the legends of the guild?
Like,
Yeah. So here's the synopsis. Okay. Production by Pure Imagination Studios. Directed by visual effects specialist Steve Yamamoto. The official blurb is this: a young man named Aiden, the ace cadet, as we all know and love, who calls himself a
Ooh.
hunter, protects his isolated village. One day, he learns that his village is threatened by an elder dragon a monster cloaked in mystery. Needing to find a way to save his village, Aiden leaves his home and sets off on a journey into the unknown alongside Julius, a first-rate hunter and member of the Hunters Guild, and his companions. Thus begins an original story that shines a spotlight on characters in the world of Monster Hunter who have remained in the background until now.
Dang.
Really cool
Yeah.
because I just barely got into For You, and these characters are getting introduced, and I'm just like, who the hell these guys this
Yeah,
entire time?
you know who one of them is though?
Yeah, no, yeah,
The Ace
the
Cadet.
one that
Yeah.
I was
Mhm.
super stoked to realize it was him, and I'm just like, "Oh my god, I seen him
Mhm.
in Monster Hunter World," and I got really,
Yep.
really excited. And then, like, they were a couple people, were telling me the names of these characters before this trailer and everything about, Aiden and Julius, 'cause I didn't know who the hell they were. I just know they were, ace hunters. That's it, that's all I knew.
Mhm.
So I was very, very happy to know that, like, they're actually getting a little bit more of a backstory because they seemed like really badass characters in For You.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, they seemed very, very significant.
Yeah.
Very beloved.
That's the yeah, that's his name.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
like we get cameos from like the Caravaneer and the Ace Lancer as well.
I
Ooh,
hope so
yeah.
too.
Yeah, like or the Guildmarm maybe.
Oh, I hope so
Because you
too.
know the Ace Cadet has a crush on the Guildmarm. Aiden,
I
he
did not know that.
canonically has a crush. Yeah, he canonically has a crush on
Aw.
the Guildmarm.
Aw, that's
So
Cute.
adorable.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really curious because like okay, so in this series we have Aiden who is the Ace Cadet slash the excitable A-lister from World. We have Julius, aka the Ace Commander. We have the Ace Gunner from 4, which we don't know who the what her name is. And then we also have this other guy and this other girl, who I have no idea. It's one of them is like a guy in Devil Joe armor, and the other is a girl in Ropessa armor with an
Yeah,
insect glaive. I have no
second
idea who
yeah,
either of those characters are,
me
No
neither.
idea.
so I'm sure we'll
I don't
get
think
backstory
we're
on
in
them.
For You either, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's. I think the biggest surprise is that the fact that this project is actually still going on, and that it has a release date now.
Mhm.
Because it kind of turned into dust in the wind at some point, like where everyone just forgot about it. They
Oh,
released a promotional image of the Ace Commander like fighting an Ursula, and then that was it, and then it kind of just fell into the background
Is it
until
wow.
now.
yeah.
Yeah, but
So
Forrest, what are your Oh, sorry, go ahead.
oh, no, I was just pointing out I wanted to point out, like, the animation style
Oh
for it.
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
I, like, really wanted to point this out because after playing a little bit of For You and watching the cutscenes for it,
Hmm.
like, I feel like they got I don't know, maybe it's just me or something, but, like, the cutscenes to the current thing going on right now almost seems super duper similar to the ones in For You, kind of
Mm.
esque. Like, it feels like detailed but nostalgic at the same time.
It might
And
be
Mm.
the same cinematographer from that worked on like the Capcom
mm,
cinematics, maybe.
I just have to point that out because, like, I love the way that it doesn't look like hyper detailed, but detailed enough to where, like, it's not super, super excessive,
Hmm.
but it still has, like, the, kind of old world-esque feel for at least that's how I see it. That's how I
Yeah,
see it.
now that you mentioned it, yeah, it does kind of remind me of like cutscenes from like third generation or
Mhm.
fourth
Like
generation, you
monsters.
know, where it's
Yeah.
like the characters look a lot more matte in their in like their texture and
Yeah.
It's
everything, and
almost
the animation movement in general is a lot more like I don't know, like jerkier, I guess.
like, it just like you say, it feels old but new, but, like,
Hmm.
really, really nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Like,
it's
it
Um.
definitely
really does
unique.
give, like, old world feels to it, though.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, Forrest, what are
Um,
your first impressions of this?
well, I actually didn't know this was a thing, um, like, when this was first announced, so this was, like, brand new to me when this showed up. I actually thought that this was gonna be a show as well, like, I confused Kat with that when I was telling her about this.
Yeah, I thought this was gonna be a show as well, but apparently it's only gonna be like an hour and a half, like short movie sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, cause like, I got really thrown off because it was posted by Netflix Anime, and I, like, Yeah, I thought that
Ah,
was gonna be I thought it was gonna be a show because I saw that they posted it. I was like, "Oh, cool, okay."
Hmm.
And full on anime. No.
well, yeah. Well, okay, so it was speculated on my stream the other day that like if this does as well as they are hoping it's going to, that they there's a possibility, that they could possibly turn something like this into some kind of series. But I think it all just
Okay.
really, really, really work like just depends on how this is going to go for them, and I guess how well received it is and so on, whether they put the time to actually want to continue stuff like this. Because I mean, there's plenty of stuff in Monster Hunter that you could make plenty of a story with. Like
Right.
plenty.
Yeah. It
Oh,
seems
yeah.
like so my expectations going into this are actually kind of low. And not that I'm expecting to enjoy it. I'm just keeping
Mhm.
my expectations low. I don't want to get too hyped for it because
Mhm.
I've been disappointed by Monster Hunter external media in the past before. Okay, let's not
The
talk about that
movie
which shall not be named.
The
too late.
elephant in
Um,
the room.
yeah, the Gammas in the room. But
Yeah.
The people in the
I
room.
would I'm hopeful, and I'm looking forward to like pointing at the screen and going like, I know what that is. I know that
Mhm.
monster. Nice. It's Glupshatala, or something like that. Um, but I do really like this direction that Capcom's going with Monster Hunter's lore and story,
Mhm.
and exploring these characters that people really cling on to. And for a while, Monster Hunter has like each game has kind of been isolated from the last, where like the village and the NPCs are all like self-contained within their own little game. So it's like that awesome Poke Village elder that everyone loves from second generation. Like we never get to see her again until like Generations Ultimate, when they like brought all the villages together,
Yeah.
which was
True.
nice. But I do like this direction of like hey, let's tell an interesting story about these NPCs that the player base really likes. The Ace Hunters from 4, and I feel like the seeds of this show were being sowed in World. With the excitable A-lister, and then after you beat Fatalis and Iceborne, they finally give him a name. Him and his commander, because I don't know if you guys remember, but after you beat Fatalis in Iceborne during the cutscene, the general guy, forget his name, the
Mm.
Scarlet Commander guy,
Yeah.
Oh,
That would be
the guy that was like literally only in the Fatalis
yeah.
storyline. Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy.
yeah.
He like name drops the Ace Cadet and Ace Commander as Aiden and Julian, and that's their names in this show. So it's like I think Capcom has like really been laying out the foundation and the planning for expanding the Monster Hunter universe in general. And I think the development of the stories games is also a part of that. So
Mhm.
it'd be really cool to, I don't know, maybe in Monster Hunter 6 you see like the Ace Hunters return, and now that
That
you
would
have
be
like their
really
backstory
cool.
from the Netflix series, they can have more
Why
weight in the story. Yeah, I
not?
think that's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It's
That
pretty
would be
cool, but at
really
the same time, like it reminds me also of like Final Fantasy 15 and the way they were like, well, if you want to know what happened to this city, you got to watch this feature length movie as well. And it's like, eh. But I think this is fine because Monster Hunter was never really about the story, but it seems like they want to shift it more towards that direction.
story based. I did
Yeah.
notice that, like, compared to like the older Monster Hunters,
Mhm.
like the story is just kind of there.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
they definitely gave it a lot more life with the last two Monster Hunter, well, the last three Monster Hunter that they've done now, like with World. Like they added a lot of lore to that shit.
Yeah.
And to Rise, they gave it a whole thing. They even actually gave these characters actual names. They didn't even
Yeah.
they did you
For the
notice that
first
too?
time, for the first time in the
Yeah.
series, all the NPCs get names instead of just titles. That
Yeah,
was like
titles,
mind
yeah.
blowing to us. Yeah.
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 And then, I definitely feel like they're working in better with their stories
Mhm.
rather than just it being this is a game where you hunt monsters. Here's a little bit of lore. So I'm kind of glad that they're easing into it with just adding more and more
Yeah.
lore to it because
I
I
mean,
think it makes the game more pleasing.
yeah, we started in Monster Hunter 1 with like where the most memorable story beat is you beat a Rathalos and then you pull a sword out of a stone. That's it. yeah, nice, cool story, Monster Hunter. And then like
Yeah.
you fast forward to Rise, and you're like trying to save a village from a rampage because 2 elder dragons are trying to have sex or something. Like we've come a long way with the Monster Hunter story and the lore, and then of course there's
Mhm.
all those other like well at the moment they're non-canon, all the lore in those art books and guides about like the,
Yeah.
the equal
I mean,
dragon weapon. Anytime I start talking about Monster Hunter lore on my stream, some Andy in the chat room is like, "Hey Tam, do you know about the equal dragon weapon?" And I'm like,
Well, I do now.
I don't want to. Can we stop talking about this freaking thing? It's like
I don't know what it is.
every time, and I know I brought it up just now, so like I'm like breaking my own rule, but I don't
I
know.
know
Like if the games decide to explore that story, then like sure, cool, but
it
it's
seems that
as
they have lore like that, like in like the art books and other their books and so on. It is interesting that they kind of
Mhm.
do shed like a little bit of light
Yeah,
on other smaller things like that and specific monsters. I do kind of appreciate that though.
yeah. Did you guys ever watch the stories anime?
Uh,
No.
I wanted to, and like I started watching it, and then they took it down. So
Mm.
I
Oh,
did
they took
find
it
it on
down.
YouTube.
Oh, damn.
I did find it on YouTube though.
Okay. Because like apparently like there are like characters from the anime and like backstory from the anime that actually are applicable to stories too.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
just know
like
stories one, like the main characters, like are like that are in the game.
mhm.
Like in stories one are in stories two. I don't know as for any
Like
other
yeah.
characters.
So like from the trailers I've seen of stories too, like there's a character named Chevel
Yeah,
who is in
he,
the anime as like a kid and then he's grown up in stories too. So
he's
it's
the
like
basically he's the antagonist in stories one.
yeah, yeah. So like
Oh.
you get his backstory in the stories anime, and then you get like more about him in stories one, and then I guess he becomes like an ally in stories two,
Yeah,
um, which is like
he's a
really freaking cool. Because it's like I think this is like the first time where Monster Hunter has been like from game to game. Hey, we're continuing the storyline here, instead of
Yeah.
just starting from square one
yeah.
again.
There's
Same.
like 6 characters from stories one in there,
Yeah.
about 6 or 7 characters, and I was stoked to see it. Um, there is a specific detail on a monster that I am very, very impressed to have like even like I'm gonna be as vague as possible.
Yep. Okay.
It's nothing in particular. If you don't like, especially if you don't know who Cheval is, then I won't say anything.
Hmm.
But let's just say his monster has a specific detail that happened in the first game towards the end of the first game that actually happened to this Monstie. It has scars from that.
Mm.
From the
Aw.
first game. Yeah, so I'm just like, I absolutely like adore and appreciate the level of detail that they added with that because like at first I was like, what the heck is wrong? And I'm just like, oh wow. And like, yeah, it's just it's a scar detail that happened in the first game.
It's a level of continuity that has never really been present in Monster Hunter, and I'm glad like things
Yeah.
like stories and this
Mhm.
Netflix show are really expanding upon that. I think it's about time that Monster Hunter went down this road because like for a while, for like more than a decade, Monster Hunter has been pretty comfortable in being like, hey, we give like these really, really 10 out of 10 gameplay experiences without much window dressing around it. You just go in, you hunt monsters. That's what the fans like.
Yeah.
But World came out and then started introducing more story into it. And I think for the most part, like there are detractors who are just like, just let me kill the monsters. I don't really want to learn
Yeah.
about what my handler's favorite food is.
Yeah.
Um, but I think most of the player base seems to enjoy more expansive lore and story bits that are like if they're done well, and I
Yeah.
think World and Iceborne did them pretty decently.
Mhm.
Rise even more so,
Yeah.
and I
I like
think
the
things like yeah, and I think things like these spin-off games and these Netflix shows or movies rather, um can do a good job of like providing that context that we need going into the game so that like when we see a character like the Ace Commander or the Ace Gunner or the Ace Cadet come back for Monster Hunter 6, we can be like, "Oh, I know your story now, so I know like the amount of weight certain decisions might have on you. Like if we come across a Lunastra in the story and then like you cut to a camera angle of the ace cadet going like "Ugh," or something. You know why he has that expression because like a Lunastra burned down his village. So it's
Yeah.
like
that
that'd
would
be like fucking sweet. I would love that. You know,
Mhm.
I love
those
that
yeah
detail like that is where
Mhm.
you incorporate stuff from past stuff that I have always like deeply appreciated because
Yeah.
like I love the feeling of one thing being intertwined with one thing. It feels so much more immersive, like
It's,
especially if you can actually notice it.
yeah, it's kind of like what made the Marvel Cinematic Universe so successful. You know,
True.
it's like little character interactions and details and bits of continuity that work
Mhm.
between all the movies. Um, I'm not saying Monster Hunter should follow in the same footsteps of like a Monster Hunter cinematic universe or anything where we
Yeah,
have like a million different shows and movies and that all intertwines the games. But I think bits and pieces of that here and there might be good. Also, another good detail about the Monster Hunter Legends of the Guild Netflix movie is an individual by the name of Andrew Alfonso will be working on this, and I'm not sure if many people know who this person is, but Andrew Alfonso. Whoops, let me do this here. Okay, Andrew Alfonso is the localization director for Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and he is overseeing, or he oversaw the script of the Legends of the Guild movie. Which means those
Oh.
personalities that you know from 4U, they're gonna be intact. The Ace Cadet, Aiden, he's still gonna be ripping monster puns. You know,
good. That made me
like
happy.
yeah,
And
like
at the
this is
same
like
time.
this script is being overseen by like the guy who is in charge of localization for 4U. So I think it's in good hands. I think it's in good
Mhm.
hands. That's enough for me to have faith in it. But I'm still gonna keep my expectations fairly low because it's like only like an hour-long movie. I think
True.
I would be a lot more hyped for it if it was a show.
Yeah,
I think I would,
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree. I agree with you. I think it would have been very interesting to see this actually become more of a series
hmm
of how
Yeah.
everything started. Like even if it only had one season, they could have tied everything together beautifully and then, like dragged it out, but in a good, like detailed kind of way.
Yeah. I'm
True.
starting to wonder if like maybe it did start out as a show, but then
They backed out on it per
like
se.
they backed down on it and had to condense it into like a single movie or something. Who knows? But
Hope it's not
Mhm.
rushed. That's my biggest fear is like I hope they don't like push the story to like be really, really so condensed that it almost feels rushed. I'm worried about that.
yeah.
'Cause, like I feel like there's a lot of detail that could be missed, like with how short it could be.
hmm
I'm worried about that.
You're just gonna
I'm
get
worried
like
about the amount of detail.
whiplash from the setting, the story just
Yeah.
taking you from place to place to place way too
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that like yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a shame that it's not a show, but the fact that it actually exists and it's a thing, it
It's already
stepped out of the ether, the
yeah.
dumpster, and is reclaiming its spot on Netflix as hey, here's a Monster Hunter thing that isn't the Mila Jovovich movie.
Yeah, the only
You
good
need
thing
a
about that
palette.
movie was the monsters, like,
Yeah,
literally, the CGI of the monsters, literally the only good thing in that movie.
yeah. You
They look
need a
so
palette
nice.
cleanser. Here you go. Here's your palette cleanser. Oh, I just noticed how fluffy the Garg was looking in that village. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. No, they look
It's so
amazing.
cute, it looks super
So
soft.
can we just talk about
Yeah.
that Congalala shoulder tackling that Devil Joe? Like, oh my
Yeah,
god! Like, there's so many cool little things in this, and like,
It's
I
actually
know.
neat. So, I need
yeah.
to point something out that I seen on Twitter, someone pointed out on Twitter the other day.
hmm
Um, if you look at the chick in the Raposa, like, armor or whatever.
With the insect lady.
She
Yeah.
with the insect, like, if you see her, just watch real quick. She actually lands on her kinsect.
Yeah, I know. She rides her Kinsect.
That's
That's
sick.
so
Wait,
cool.
why can't we do that?
I know. I would hope so badly you can do that in a future game.
It's weird. It's really kinda weird. Like, it would be cool. It would be cool, but I don't like the idea of it at the same time.
hmm
Like, it
Yeah.
just I don't know. She just, like, lands on it, I'm just like, "Excuse me, but what? Why
Yeah,
were
right
we
about
supposed to
here,
do that?"
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I just
Just
saw it.
for
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
for
it
like
happens
a
really
quick
fast.
second.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so
like, right
weird.
there, yeah. Yeah.
Also,
Like,
those
it's
flame effects on Lunastra look
sick.
really good. But although she's laying flame carpets like in World, so
Yeah.
I
You know.
love Lunastra's fight.
It's like
I
no
love
wonder
that.
this village didn't stand a chance. It was a fucking Lunastra. No one had wind resistance.
No,
Like no one stood a chance. Oh man.
man, I guess I'm the odd one out. I actually enjoyed fighting Lunastra.
I
I
think
did.
okay. I think I totally get it. I get it. Cuz she's like fabulous. She's beautiful. Her
I love
theme is
the
great.
challenge. Oh god, her theme is oh my god. I
True.
love
Yeah.
so the main thing out of Lunastra's theme that I absolutely adore is I love the fact that it sounds almost exactly like Teostra's, but sparklier.
Mhm.
It has a little harp in the background
It has like
and
Yeah.
vocals.
little sparkle
Flourishes.
sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
sounds sparkly, so it ends up being one of my favorite themes.
You know if you fight Teostra and Lunastra in the same area, their theme songs overlap.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they overlap on
Cool,
top of each other, so
cool.
it's like dual layered themes. It's the only instance in the games where that happens.
That's
Oh,
And
that's
cool.
sweet.
it's like
Yeah.
they complement each other really well. That's why they have different themes, is because when you fight them in the same area, they like layer on top of each other and they work really well. Because like Teostra has like the strong percussion and the
Does
horns and everything, and then Lunastra's theme has like these soft
Like it.
vocals and the harp in the background and some string sections as well. It all works really well together. Just next time you fight Teostra and Lunastra in World and you fight them together, just take a listen to the music and you'll notice that the elements of their themes have blended together really gracefully. Really cool.
so
Uh,
cool.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's Legends of the Guild. I think it's safe to say that we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We'll report back on it after it comes out. We'll give like a full podcast review of Legends of the Guild when it comes out on August 12th to Netflix.
Yep.
Netflix. Okay.
Mhm.
Who wants to give me their
I
Netflix login information so I can watch it? All right.
I can't wait. I can't wait for me to find out that hey, it's not released in Canada, only in America.
Oh no! I'll
I'll
probably
be
watch it on Discord on my
I was gonna do the
channel.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every single Monster
Yeah.
Hunter Discord is gonna be watching it. You're just gonna look at your Discord list, and there's just gonna be the little camera icon on all of them, or
Yeah.
like the little TV.
The little
icon.
TV.
Take
Yeah.
your pick. Which theater do you want to go into, huh?
I know.
Who has the best bit rate on their voice channel, huh? Let's see.
I know which server is most boosted.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay. So that was that. But let's go into more in depth about our impressions. After a full week of Monster Hunter Stories 2, I think we can finally start talking more in depth about it, because I think all of us are past the demo at this point. I mean, you two have blown past it. I just got to the third area. That's where I am at.
Okay, I was about to ask what area are you guys
Yeah.
in, so I don't go overboard.
I just left Ruto Village and I got to the third area. But let's start with
Fruitville.
Ruto Village. Wait, is that what it's called?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I was
The one
no,
with
I was
Alwyn.
thinking of I was thinking of Breath of the Wild when you said that, you know?
Oh, I thought that too. Now that you've mentioned that, oh
Yeah,
my
I
god,
actually
Yeah.
never thought about the name of the village until now. Cause
no,
like,
it's just spelled R-O-T.
Or is it Rito Village?
is it Rito or Ruto?
I think it's Rito.
Although I
Am
think Rito is a name of a
No,
Zora
but I-
in Ocarina of Time, isn't it?
I freaking can't remember.
Monster Hunter
No, I-
stealing ideas from Zelda all the time. Oh my god.
Ruto. Yeah,
I don't
isn't
know.
that
It's spelled like R-U-T like A-H or something, or U-H, or it's spelled like I
yeah,
think it's like
it has an
Ruto or
H at
something
the
like that.
end.
Yeah,
I
it has an H
just
at
left New Donk City.
New
Okay.
And I'm at the third area now. That's where I'm at.
Forest,
Okay,
where are you
cool.
at?
How many areas are there? Okay,
Is it
so
snowy or not snowy or
not
forest?
snowy.
Shit.
Hot.
I should have said that. Did you get to the snowy area?
I'm a few areas past that, let's just say.
Okay.
I got to the really pretty village.
really pretty.
Well, they're
village.
all pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, well
so
this
I-
one's
I
like
just kinda-
beyond
Do you have
pretty.
any idea how little that narrows
There-
it down?
What tree?
Well, there's that one area that's literally got nothing. I'm past that one.
So the trees. Pretty trees.
Yes.
Okay, that's all. Yeah. There we go.
Wait, no,
Okay.
past those trees. The area past those trees.
Past the pretty trees. Okay. Let me try to remember.
Man, you should really pay attention to the village names, I think.
No, I just don't want to
I
spoil
think we
the
all
name.
need to.
I'm trying to be very
Is it
vague.
really is it
Yeah.
a spoiler? I mean, is it like what? It would be a spoiler if it was like Kokoto Village or like
No, I
Moga
don't.
or something.
I guess not. Okay, so there's like the we decided to give her the name of Mommy. The
Oh,
leader there.
okay, you could just say Mount. You could just say
That's what elicited the most clarification for that. We decided to name her Mommy.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh, I totally.
No, I know where you're at then.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see. Now this is what my stream's gonna become. It's gonna be me seeing every female character and being like, "Is this Mommy? Are you Mommy?
Yeah.
Are you
No,
Mommy?"
you'll know when you'll know. That's
Oh,
all.
you're Mommy.
You'll
Yeah.
know.
You'll tell who's mommy when you see her.
Okay.
That's all I can say. Is you'll be able to tell who's mommy.
Be
Oh,
sure
yeah.
to- yeah. I'm just gonna yell "Mommy" really loudly when I meet her. It's like, "Whoa, Mommy! Oh God!"
Yeah, Apple. Yeah, Apple.
Yeah.
You remember who?
Yeah, no.
All
That,
right.
that's where I am.
Looking forward to seeing
at
Alright.
Mommy.
that village.
Okay. All right. That's
Um, so yeah, that's a time.
So for Forrest and I, this is our first plunge into stories
Yeah.
ever. We didn't play Stories 1, but you've
okay.
played Stories
Yes.
It
1.
was actually
Yeah.
it was actually really funny when we first started talking about stories because Karada hasn't played the first one either.
Mhm.
Oh.
So we were all kind of like on the podcast, like, so it's stories, right? Yeah. We have no experience with this.
Karada didn't even know it was a turn-based RPG.
That doesn't surprise me, to be honest. Like,
So it's like we were flying blind here. So Kat, you're gonna have to be our tour guide.
I'll try to
From
help.
like let's start with improvements or differences from Stories 1. What do you like about Stories 2 that it improved upon the first game?
I want to say that the combat feels a lot more comfortable than it did in the first game, and I am like 50-50 tempted to grab my 3DS right now and just to
Just
get
do a
like
comparison.
yeah, because like
ooh.
it is incredibly noticeable, like
Mm.
of the improvements. It feels a lot much more smooth than the other game used to be. I'll agree. The first one was pretty tough. Like it ended up being pretty tough at one point because
Okay.
like it became a little inconsistent at some points. I'm trying to be very vague because honestly, my memory on it is like very very hazy because this was like 4 years ago.
Mhm.
So I played 68 hours of it and then I put it down.
Oh, you should have one more hour there.
I well, like I said, I was like I played the storyline, got the eggs, loved it, and then was like, I don't know what else to do.
You're a
But
fool. Yeah.
like, well, no, it wasn't that. It was like I just didn't know what to do, and I didn't know
Mm.
what I was like fully in for.
Uh-huh.
But now, realizing this now, I wish I would have put more time into it because there's actually so much more to do in Stories 1 than I expected. And I'll tell you right now too. I want to really say expect a lot, and I mean a lot of like extra content for this, like tons of quests, like
Really?
tons of quests. Yes,
Okay.
because like I remember in Stories 1 they had just an absolute just a massive ton of quests to do. Like
Oh.
including DLC quests and stuff too that gave you unique monsters, like unique crossover monsters and stuff like that too. Like there was a giant Poogie at one point that you could actually
Nice. Sick. Nice.
yeah, there was a giant Poogie. And they had this really cool monster called like a I want to say it's called a Coronai. I don't know. It was the first time I'd seen it, and like it looked amazing.
Dang.
I want to. I would see. Yeah, like I want to show you because like he actually genuinely looks cool.
Mm.
I think you could just look it up too. It's like yeah, just Kurenai.
Kurenai.
like
Is it
yeah.
Kurenai?
I think it's either. I think it's
Kurenai Gokami.
yeah,
It
Kurenai.
looks like it looks like a red Zenogre.
It does look like a red ogre, but it has flames and stuff
Ooh.
like that, like
Yeah.
on his back and stuff like that.
So
It
this
looks
is an exclusive monster to Monster Hunter Stories.
yes. Well, I think I want to say that one was supposed to be like a crossover or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, the AIs were different back
Oh,
then.
Kurenai Gokami is a collaboration monster from the Puzzles and Dragons X game.
Yeah,
Okay.
they did a collab. Yeah, it was interesting. It was really, really interesting to see because
Mm.
I played Puzzles and Dragons back then too, but I
Mhm.
didn't know of that monster. But I thought it was interesting that they actually collab with a game like that.
I'm
Because
gonna take a
like
Mm.
wild guess and say Puzzles and Dragons got Rathalos. It's always Rathalos.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Rathalos. I really
Smash
wouldn't.
Brothers, Rathalos. Final Fantasy 14, Rathalos. It's all Rathalos.
It's all Rathalos. He's the icon.
He's
He's
the
their
icon.
icon.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say like definitely expect like interesting DLC stuff because
Mhm.
they had like very intense quests and stuff like that where you have to beat like unique monsters and stuff. So like definitely expect like a lot of content for like stories too because that is something that they did in the first story. So I'm assuming they're going to plan to do the same, which they already kind of are
Yeah, we've seen that roadmap. Yeah,
like
it's
right out the door.
yeah, it's really extensive roadmap. I appreciate these roadmaps, but at the same time, I don't like that they spoiled the surprise. I would have liked if they were like, hey, new monster here, here, and here.
Hey, new
Yeah,
Cool.
monster question marks. That's it.
Instead of
I
just being
know.
like, hey, here's spoiler, Colve Taras for you
I
to
know.
fight.
Because I mean, even when what was it, 3.0 came out for Rise, like they never said anything about Basil, right?
For
Do
It was
what?
just
2.0?
kind of
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
2.0?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was 2.0. Sorry, we're on 3.0 now. Yeah,
Yep.
they never announced that Basil was going to be in the game, so it was kind of like,
That
oh
was
my
such a
god.
nice surprise. Yeah.
I know.
I can't tell you how happy I
I know. You're.
Is
I
that?
might I
Oh,
have
okay.
my basil's my everything.
Yeah, I can only imagine your reaction.
Yeah. In
Everything.
one of the trailers, I think they showed one of its special attacks, and I was like, yeah, that's what I expected. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
No, it's like,
dodgeball, it's
what
beautiful.
else are you gonna do with a basil but right into the ground? You know,
It's so iconic of Basil. I love it so
the,
much.
the
I
My
basil
know.
boost
poster my
special.
poster's doing the same thing too. That's the funny part. Like I said, it's
True.
iconic.
That's
I have like
awesome.
an internal checklist of monsters in my head when I'm going through stories, and I've only checked off the first one, which is Nargacuga. That's
I
it.
was
So far,
trying
that's
to do
it,
the
and
same
it's
thing.
like I'm looking forward so much. The next on that list is Mizutsune, so it's like whenever I come across that,
Heck
then
yeah. I
Mhm.
had
yeah.
Mizu for a while. It's awesome. Mizu's really cool.
So
Yeah.
It's so elegant to write onto.
yeah,
True.
yeah, certainly. And they had
Um.
it's not the same weapon roster either from Stories One, right? Like they added
They added 2 no,
right.
I think they added, like, 3 new weapons. I believe you could only use, I don't know, I think you could use hammer, great sword, and
Probably Sword and Shield, right?
I wanna say it was sword and shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna say it was sword and shield as well, 'cause
The
I know that no, it was hunting pretty sure it was actually hunting horn.
Really.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure the hunting horn was in the first one too.
so it's 4 weapons in the first one.
Yeah. Gun, lance, and bow are new, 'cause I was like, I don't
Oh yeah,
remember.
because it's the new piercing weapons.
Yeah, 'cause they
Yeah,
didn't add the piercing before.
right.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It's really
Um.
cool how they've made the weapons function in a
Yeah, I
turn-based
really like
game
it,
like this. Yeah. So,
and like
Forrest,
them
what?
all having different.
What weapons have you been using, Forrest?
Um. Mostly sword and shield, actually. Along with hunting horn and gun lance.
Hmm.
I really like the gun lance in this game.
Gunlance
Like,
feels borderline overpowered.
it
I
really
love to
is.
touch it.
Yeah.
It
Oh my
is
god,
just it's just like every single time you attack, you get a shell,
Uh huh.
or an ammo or whatever you wanna call it,
I think
and
it's shell.
I think it's a shell, and
I
then,
think
like
it's
Yeah.
yeah, and then, like, the more you build up, the more powerful your skill gets, and once you use, like, the most OP one, like, you can fill up your kinship from, like, 0
Like yeah.
to, like,
oh
full
my god,
100.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, if you win a head-to-head, you get, like, a bonus kinship gauge buildup or whatever.
Wow.
So OP.
Yeah.
And then you get your wyvern
Whenever
fire.
I'm using Gunlance and I see the monsters like line pointed at my character, I'm like, oh, you
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
oh, I'm
yeah,
I'm
you
coming with
screwed
this
up.
worm steak and
I
this
love
max
it.
kinship.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's so good.
It's so
Mhm.
Um,
pleasing, it really
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
Like,
like I don't know if this is like really how like the best strat in the game, but I feel like just good kinship gauge management and like just getting your kinship gauge up as quick as you can is like kind of the way to go with these battles for the most part. I think I honestly think that's more important than doing lots of damage, because like to do that lots of damage, you need that kinship to do like your big attacks. I don't know. That's how I've been approaching it. So
Oh,
that strategy might not work out for me later in the game. And I I know
yeah.
Kat's like probably thinking like, oh damn, you
Like,
sweet
I'm
summer
just like,
child.
well, I thought the I thought the same thing,
Uh-huh.
but like I thought the same thing, but honestly, it really, really depends on the battle because some
Mm.
battles you might not want to use that kinship gauge at all. Because I had a point in one fight that if I didn't mount my monster, both of us would have died.
Mm-hmm.
So I used it more or less as just like a mount to hold my health. Although my
Yeah.
Mossy was left with 1 HP, I was still left with full, and I was able to survive longer than I did. So I don't think like jumping to use your kinship attacks is like the correct way. Like, well, I wouldn't even say the correct way, but like it all just depends how you want to play and like the
Mm-hmm.
direction of the
Totally.
battle per se.
Yeah.
No,
Like not
totally.
necessarily going for the kinship attack, but just like
Yeah.
building up the kinship as early as you can
Oh,
is
for
like
sure.
what my aim
Sure.
was. Yeah.
Because your
I mean,
skills are also dependent on that kinship gauge as well.
Yeah. All a shared
there,
resource. Yeah.
there's like another thing that I try to do is like one, whereas like if you're there with a partner,
Mm-hmm.
when they're gonna do their kinship skill, because always what ends up happening with your partner is they do it almost immediately.
Yeah. Oh.
Cat, cat,
She's,
kitty. Oh,
Kat just brought her cat to make a cameo appearance, and like
oh,
my brain
This is
just stopped.
this is Zelda.
Okay.
Angel.
Zelda.
Oh, such a
She's trying to push the mic away because she's
Yeah, I
like,
can tell that.
stop this podcast nonsense.
yeah.
Stop that.
But continue.
But
Don't.
no. So, basically, your partner will always do their kinship skill as soon as their gauge fills up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what ends up happening is I want to build up my kinship gauge, so win head to heads with the monster, and then double up with the partner, so we
Mhm.
do more damage.
Yeah.
But then I also sometimes decide that I want to end the battle with my kinship skill because you get like extra points for that or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of like other things that you kind of like add on to, because obviously when you get S rank, you get more materials and everything.
Yeah.
So, and it also just kind of feels pretty nice
It's
to
epic.
yeah,
So
get an S rank.
I want to give a small reminder that I was reminded about on Friday. Remember to use your prayer pot.
Oh
True,
yeah,
I
I've
keep
been trying to
forgetting.
drill that into my daily routine when I'm
I
playing
Me
story.
know.
too, because it levels up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It levels up with the more that you use it, so that way, whatever you're trying to do gives you a better outcome. So I've had to like burn this into my own memory while searching for eggs that I cannot find. And right now, I'm still struggling to find this damn monster. Use your prayer pots. It will
I
help
know.
you.
I'm still looking for Nargacuga eggs. I know that that's not a spoiler for Tam.
Yeah.
That's
I
fine.
just I can't find them for the life of me. Like I still have Nargacuga in my main party because I love Nargacuga. And also it's just kind of like a fun monster to ride around with the stealth and everything.
I
Me?
saw what you
Oh,
named. I saw what you named your Nargacuga.
Baby!
Baby.
Yeah. Well, okay, let me give context to that. So as soon as I saw Nargacuga was a thing, I was in a call with Selena and Bastion. We were about to do anime night. And so they were kind of waiting on me. I was just like I was just about to finish. I was just progressing the story a little bit. And then they said Nargacuga and I screamed. I immediately ran towards where the new Nargacuga was. They were waiting for me still. It's been like 10 plus minutes and I was so hysterical at that point. I was just like, "You know what? It's called Babe because I'm screaming."
because I'm screaming.
Yeah.
There's only one
That's
monster that would elicit that reaction from me, but I'm not sure if this monster's in the game anymore.
I actually don't know if it is.
I don't
Um,
know.
you could
No
tell.
one. I've
I
been.
mean, you could ask
I've
and I can tell
I've
you.
been asking about Giganox for like weeks now, and everyone's like, "Oh, Tam, I'm sorry."
No.
Like, why does Capcom keep doing this? Why do they hate Giganox so much?
It's
Sure,
gross.
Kazu can exist everywhere, but Giganox, no.
No.
They're both pretty gross.
Giganox is cool gross though. Kezu's just gross
Cool
gross.
gross.
It's cool gross. It's cool gross or gross for short. You
Gross.
know.
Jeez.
You know, I'm good.
I've given up on. Well, I've given up hope on Giganox for stories too, but
Yeah, I noticed that like all of your titles for your streams were like Giganox where, and like now you've slowly like slid off that.
yeah, no, I've the Giganox.
You've thrown in the towel.
It's like maybe at least a Giggy, maybe I don't know. Look, I've
Cool,
been
boy.
asking for Giganox ever since Try when I first saw Giganox, and then it's like 4 was announced. I was like, Giganox? No. Okay, Generations. Giganox for sure. They're bringing back everyone. No. Okay, World. Hey, Giganox would fit really well in the Rotten Veil. No. Okay, Iceborne. Okay, Giganox has to be in here. He was
full.
paired with Barioth and Try. No. Okay, Rise though. Hey, no, that's Kezu. Okay, you got close, but no. And then
Oh,
Stories 2, I was like, no, this is Giganox for sure. But looks like it's a no. Okay. Well, hey, at least we know for sure in Monster Hunter 6, Giganox is going to be in there. Pretty sure.
For sure.
This time for sure.
It'll be the flagship.
Yeah.
Oh god. I am
Um,
curious to see what they're going to be doing for this Monster Hunter 6, even though it's a little too early just to say anything, you know. I'm still curious. I'm still
We
very,
shall.
very curious.
Yeah,
Like,
it's years off probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
I heard like at least 2 or 3 years. But like I'm still curious, like I'm hoping because the thing is like to me, Monster Hunter World feels like very, very easily one of those Monster Hunters that you could get back into in a heartbeat. You know, minus, you know, your give or take trying to relearn the mechanics on a PS4 controller compared to a fucking Switch controller, but you know, ignoring that fact, you know, the A and the B button switch.
Honestly, though, yeah.
Yeah, that was my only issue. And the triggers as well, the triggers on the glaive because
Oh
it's
yeah,
the
they
right-
switched
Yeah,
them
they're swapped.
between World and
Yeah,
Rise. Yeah,
that
it's
that
weird.
was messing me up a lot when I went from Rise to
yeah,
World
I
again.
messed up so much, so
Yeah.
much. But I'm hoping that like they bring back a lot of stuff that they did in World because I feel like it was comfortable. It was very, very easy to get into, and
Mhm.
it's still comfortable to this day.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it feels super comfy. I really like it. To steer
Oh,
back,
even-
to steer things back to Stories 2 for a moment though.
Yeah, no, you're good.
How do you guys feel about the AI partners? Because that's a new thing for Stories 2, right?
I like them.
No, yeah,
it's-
that's new.
That was the most tentative like I've ever heard.
I don't know.
I
like
like you, I guess.
I guess like I like the characters as a whole, but my
Okay,
God, are they stupid
Oh,
sometimes?
I think Roberto is probably my favorite sidekick.
Yeah. Like
He did
Tam, you'll
shit
see
right.
Roberto
Yeah.
at some
He
point,
did
and he's
shit right.
I don't know. I also like Kyle though.
I'll
Like
agree. I feel like the hunters are better than the writers. I hate to say that too, but I think the hunters are better than the writers.
well, it's
they
just
wait to use their skills.
yeah, it's just kind of like one of the things that bothers me, and one thing that I was really hoping for was like, okay, so when you have a hunter in your party, you're able to do a double attack with the hunter.
Yeah, I've heard about this. Yeah, I've heard about this. I'm looking
But
forward to seeing it.
a rider and a rider can't do a double attack, and that's kind of like what bothers me.
Wait. Yeah, you can.
Like, you
A
mean like
rider and a rider?
not a double kinship attack,
Yeah,
a double attack, right?
A double kinship attack. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
you can do double
No,
kinship
yeah,
attack with a rider.
double kinship, but not like a double like regular. Like
Yeah, like you can do it with your rider with your partner's monsty. So
yeah,
like
but
if
not
you're using if you have like Alwyn, then you can
Yeah,
and
like-
his
And,
like Yana can do a double attack.
Yeah,
but
okay.
not Alwyn and your rider can't
Yeah,
do like a
yeah.
regular double.
I agree. That is really, really weird. Like I don't really quite see the difference between like the hunter and you know the rider like the human rider. Like I don't quite see the difference between them and why you can't have a double attack.
I know.
Yeah.
It's because like I keep wanting to do a double attack with them, but it's just not a thing. And it's like, okay, I guess that's just a waste because this monstie over here is just doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know. I don't know. I like the characters so far. I don't know.
I've only
I
had
just like them.
Kana and Alwyn so far, and I have to say I like Kana several magnitudes more than I like Alwyn. In battle wise, I think
Yeah.
Alwyn has a fun character. fun little
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
But
I
in
I
battle, he's like,
I actually really, really agree. I just liked his Legiana, that's it.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Yana was cool. Um,
Yeah.
it was
I
it
like the
was
kinship.
yeah, the kinship is really really freaking cool too.
So
It's
beautiful.
I think my biggest issue with like Alwyn was that when I was trying to do the royal monsters, he would just be a liability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if this Tigrex is about to use rock shooter, I'm like, you don't aim at Alwyn, please. Aim at me, please. I'm guarding. Please aim at me.
Yes.
Don't aim at this guy who's just being a dipshit and charging his bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
He's just
I
over
hated
there in the
that. I
corner
hated that so
charging.
much.
yeah, his
Yeah.
Legiana has like one leg severed from it, and its tail is like chopped to bits, and he's still just gonna charge his bow, you know?
Yeah.
Charging his bow. No, he's got 1 HP.
Yeah.
Charging the
Doesn't
goddamn
matter. He's
bow.
got to charge.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I
Yeah,
like
I don't
Kana's
know.
design, but like obviously I didn't have to go through the ordeals with Kana that I did with Alwyn, so maybe she has an unfair advantage there. But like, yeah,
Maybe.
they're the only two partners I've had so far, so I'm sure my opinions will change, and I'm really looking forward to doing it with the hunters as well because
Just made it interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is a nice like yeah, because like I first heard about it, and
was
I was seeing it in the
confused at
trailers as well, and I was like, I really like how they're incorporating the hunter culture with the rider culture as well. That's like
I thought
Mhm.
interesting, like take to the story, like
yeah,
completely.
we
Like
need to
Yeah.
it's
see the reverse as well, where in the mainline games we need to have a rider come in or something, you know.
True. That'd be really
Hey,
nice.
that's what Hojo in Rise is. He's a Tatsukaba rider.
I mean, in all technicality, ain't
Yeah.
nobody else riding monsters but him at the
And
moment.
and it's a baby Tatsukaba, which means he hatched it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He
Which
hatched
yeah,
it.
that also means that too.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
Them-
can't wait to ride a Tatsukabra in stories too. Oh,
Oh, I was so annoyed. Like I tried to make a retreat 2 times before someone told me, "Oh yeah, you can't you can't chase him back." And I'm just like, "How are you going to have was it
Zamtrios.
how are you going to have
Yeah.
Zamtrio but
yeah.
not have Ted Scrub?" They both walk and they both
I know.
walk and waddle the same.
Yeah,
Like
I
it's
know. It makes no sense.
same thing with the Duramboros. I was so
True.
I was like immediately when like this is what's gonna happen is immediately I'm gonna see a monster I want and I'm gonna ask my chat room, hey, can I make this thing retreat? And someone's gonna be like, no.
yeah.
That makes me so depressed.
Yeah.
Because like I'm just like
Very
thinking
upsetting.
of all like the kinship attack possibilities for Duramboros in my head, and I'm like,
I
it would be so
already see
cool.
it. I already see it too.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know.
Jeez.
It's the same level of tease that like Uraktor and Zamites had in Rise, where it's like, oh, Agnactor? Zamtrio? No.
Yeah, I was disappointed by that too. I was disappointed
Yeah.
by that.
Yeah. I think
Oh,
that's like my
jeez.
biggest negative with this game, with Stories 2, is the tease of certain monsties. My
Yeah.
other negative is no ambient music in the dens in the overworld.
Yes.
That is something I actually brought up on Friday because,
Yeah.
like, you're just. I played co-op for the very first time with
Mhm.
with Zelda Hunter, and we were just cruising through it,
Yeah.
and it's just silence. So that was actually one of the things that I had mentioned that would
Yeah.
make this absolute perfect. It's just perfect. Just super. Like it doesn't even have to be extravagant or loud, or it could just be like some kind of small magical sounding loop for all
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so you played Stories 1. Was this a thing in Stories 1 as well, where the dens were just silent?
I'm pretty sure it was because I actually don't really remember, but I'm almost positive. I mean, I could tell you right
Mhm.
now if I got my DS, but I don't actually remember.
I
Yeah.
think it's most like noticeable for us because we like stream at the same time.
Well,
So it's like,
yeah. Because like that was the thing that I brought to my chat. I was like, so should I get some music on right now or something?
yeah,
Because like
it's like
there is
yeah,
nothing. Like
nothing
it's
except
just kind of
yeah,
daunting because now it's like, oh god, I'm a streamer. I need to fill this silence. But like, because that's kind of
Like, play without
sometimes what I
talking.
do on like the chill days. It's like I like to just listen to the music, and it's
yeah.
like,
Mhm.
well, crap.
Or I'll do that thing where I start like scatting along with the song, being like, "Ba boop boop
Yeah.
boop."
Yeah, I start talking. It's just like just kind of trying to wait out the noise and run into a monster on purpose
Yeah.
just so I can
Yeah.
have some music.
I
And like
know.
when you first get into like the big fields, like there's like a song to like as like an intro to this,
Oh, and
and
that's
then
it.
I'm like, oh, this song's awesome. I love this, and then it just stops, and I'm like, oh,
I
I
I
okay.
know.
I got to the like when you first leave the island, when you first leave the island, the little I think it's called like Sailor's Beach or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh, I
You get
went got
there.
yeah. I get there. I'm just like, oh man, this sounds beautiful. I'm gonna have this going while I start my stream, and I'm just gonna have this music in the background. Like 2 seconds later, I'm just like, oh, it's
Oh.
over.
Oh, that was
No.
nice, I guess. Okay, well,
I
back
I'm
to
just
know.
like,
silence.
okay,
Well,
all right, just go to a town then.
because like I even think of like Breath of the Wild in a way where it's like it was pretty silent for a lot of the areas, but then you would like have this jingle here and there, you know?
Yeah.
Occasionally, like the light piano would come in, like
Yeah,
do
exactly.
like
Exactly.
yeah.
Like that would be so nice if that happened again in
It's just
stories.
nothing but like a nature ambiance the entire time in dungeons and like
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It's just nothing but nature like ambience. That's it. That's it.
Like I
Yeah.
almost want to like just manually have my own music on during like the field
Certain
themes, but
moments.
then I have to like turn it off when I get into a battle, and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like do I really want to deal with this? But at this like thinking about it, I'm like maybe I do want to do this.
Yeah,
Like
no,
I
add
I
know.
something
do.
to like the because like I'm in those dens for like minutes,
Yeah,
like tens to twenties of
oh,
minutes of like just like trying to find the chests and like trying to make monsters retreat that I want and trying to capture them. Like
mhm,
I'm in those dens for a pretty substantial amount of time during streams, and just dead silence of the dens is like really challenging because
mhm.
it's just like it's almost like makes my stream feel more boring in a way
So
without
Yeah.
how's
like
that
excitement.
airline food for you guys?
Yeah, it's like, how's that weather today, guys? Huh? It's like,
Yeah, I know.
as you silently hear my Velocidrome's footsteps, just like,
Yeah,
To the
yeah,
occasional
I know.
screech and everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. That's
Play with shop
that's
music. Yes, Sangre. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like
Version.
maybe like in the PC version, people will be able to mod it in. I don't
Oh,
know,
it's gonna be
That'd be
so
but
nice.
yeah.
yummy. People would probably do
By
that.
the way, are you guys? What platforms are you guys playing on?
I'm
Switch.
playing on Switch for now, but I also
Okay.
plan to get it for PC as well.
Mm.
Do another
Yeah.
playthrough.
Yeah. It's like I was totally willing to do that with like World as well, with like the
Mhm.
PC
I
version
did.
came out. And it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna start from square
Mhm.
one and go all the way up because it's
Yeah.
like I've seen footage of the Switch version. I haven't played the Switch version, but I've seen footage of it. And it almost made me nauseated because
Yeah.
I'm like I will fully admit that I am a sucker for good FPS in my
Man,
games for good frame rates.
I'm
So
blind. I am blind because I am
Same.
like absolutely not bothered by it like whatsoever. Because
Well,
like for me it just passes.
mhm.
when we ended up in Ruto Village, I especially saw the
I
frame
saw it
drops
too.
there.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
saw it too.
it got a little bit bad.
It did.
Even like the newest village that I got to, it
It
drops here and there.
Mhm.
here and there.
You can especially see with like a few felines, like if they're walking around, like they walk at like it so much slower. I don't know what it is with Capcom, but if like they did this in World as well and a little bit in Rise, where it's
Yep.
like if you look at something from a distance,
Yep.
they move in slow motion and
They
just like
well like
yeah,
they dropped
the
the
frame
keyframes
rate.
for for the animation for like things that are off in distance. So if you see like a flying a small
Remobra's.
remover or something off in distance, it's like
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It just moves at like a
Like that.
snail.
Yeah.
So they do that especially in some of the villages and everything, which is fair, you know, you want to save your resources.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. It's not at a point where it's like I want to turn off the game because I have a headache, but I did raid someone who said that she literally had to stop playing on the Switch and immediately buy a version on the PC because it was making her so sick.
Yeah.
Oh my
This
goodness.
the interesting
Yeah.
thing is that so someone told me that this game actually started development as a 3DS title, and then it
Mm.
got pushed to the Switch after 3DS hardware support like kind of
I know.
just died out, yeah. Petered
Believe
out, if you will.
Yeah.
And then the PC version was actually like considered afterwards.
Yeah. Like
And it
that.
shows because even on the PC version, I'm still seeing the shortcuts they have to take with the Switch version present in the PC version. So an example is like if I'm running through grass, and I noticed this mostly in Rudo Village, in that I was walking in grass, and the draw distance for the grass was so short that I could literally see like the little weeds in the grass pop in, like literally like only 2 feet in front of my character, and I'm like, what is going on? My PC can handle this. Like, and there's no way to toggle those settings. Like the advanced settings on the PC version aren't like very extensive at all, which is further
No.
evidence that this was not really considered at first for the PC. But I have to say, looking at the egg hatching on the Switch version, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. It was running at like less than 10 frames per second. Like,
yeah,
I
it's
feel like
crazy
every
though.
time an egg is getting hatched, everyone's Switch is like on the verge of exploding.
That's the worst part. Is I have no noticeability for it at all. I'm just like, oh hey, look, my egg is hatching.
Oh my god, it's a little Ludroth.
It's
It's a
like,
thing.
it's like
Yeah.
a little Ludroth while my like Switch is like still on fire.
It's a miracle of birth.
Yeah, no, it's like that's like
Your
those
Switch
are
is
like
paying the
probably
price.
yeah.
Yeah.
Paid the price for this amazing platinum egg, you know.
Yeah.
I got 2
Um,
platinum Basarioses. Like,
Platinum? Do you mean rainbow?
yeah, or
Yeah,
like
rainbow.
someone in my chat room was calling them platinum, so I started calling them platinum. But yeah, I guess rainbow,
No,
yeah.
rainbow.
Like
Rainbow.
the level of shiny above like the regular shiny
Yeah,
when you're gathering.
regular
Oh my
gold and
god,
then
Tam,
rainbow.
get with the
Yeah.
time.
Okay. Well, excuse
With the
me.
time.
But like, yeah, I got 2 rainbow Basarioses, which is
Ooh.
which is I don't
Disgusting.
like because I hate Basarios to the point where I
Same.
named my Basarios as Basura and Basura 2, which means garbage in Spanish.
Yes.
Because I hate Basarios. I don't like that monster. I don't like Gravios either.
I
Oh,
hate
well, never mind.
well,
What do you?
I
Yeah,
hate Bazarios and Gravios so much that like Gravios is a banned term in my chat, and the
It's a
I
banned term in a streamer who plays Monster Hunter mostly. Let that be known.
well, let me just point out that I mainly banned Gravios because Clover kept bringing up the frickin' monster. So then I decided to ban it, but then I forgot that banned terms aren't actually banned by mods, and Clover is a mod on my channel.
I'm going to your chat room right
So
now to type in Gravios. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god! Yeah, it's totally banned. How about Basarios?
Yeah, it's fully banned.
Okay, Basarios is fine.
Well, I mean, Karada does the same thing. Like he has the snow monkey, whatever it's called, banned in his chat.
Blaqk?
Yeah. And like when I made him an editor, that's actually the first thing that he did as an editor. He immediately went into my banned word settings and he's like, banned.
Blanganga is banned.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
that's
god.
another banned term on my channel, which not by my choice, but I don't care.
I feel like Blanganga is like the most hated monster for doing nothing. It didn't do anything. People just hate Blanganga for some reason.
I don't know. I didn't particularly like his fight. I
don't know.
I didn't particularly.
He's just
like
forgettable, I think. I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
his like
Most
main thing. He's
definitely.
just forgettable. I just
Well-
constantly forget that Blanganga exists because he's just like a cold Rajang.
He
That's
was
it.
like my first roadblock, actually. I don't know. It was like I just struggled with him in Generations Ultimate. It was like what urgent was he? Was he the first one? Or something?
No, I don't think he was the first one.
I don't remember.
I can't remember though. So
I don't know.
long ago.
He was an urgent, and I just for the life of me could not do it because I was still doing it like all solo and everything.
Oh.
Because I
The
just like
only,
refused to hunt with people.
The only interesting gimmick that Blanganga has is that if you hit it with a paintball, it can wipe it off.
Yeah, it can like wipe it off.
Yeah.
Which really annoyed me.
Yeah, which is like which is another reason for why people hate it. I guess is like
Yeah.
What?
yeah.
I did not know that.
See, because you're
Yeah.
like, because people never fight this damn thing. Well, Blanganga can pull out a sword and just start hitting you with it. I had no
Oh
idea.
my god!
Wow.
If only I hunted
I could-
this thing.
I
That's
could
so
make up-
cool.
I could make up all kinds of bullshit about Blanganga and no one would know because
Yeah,
no one
they
ever
would
fights
believe
this
you.
monster.
But no, to go back on topic for Gravios and Bizarrios, I hate those monsters, and whenever I would get one, I would either discard it before I would even hatch it,
You wouldn't even
or
use it in right of channeling?
well, that's the thing. Then I would start to use in Rite of Channeling, but it's like I don't want this gross Gravios gene on my Nargacuga. Get this shit out of
It's
here.
unclean.
It is.
It's
So it's just like get
unclean.
this shit out of
It's
here.
like, can I put this through like
God.
the gene sanitizer first?
Yeah.
And then put it
Sanitizer.
on. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh
What
my
happens to the monster after you use it? Like, does it like die?
God,
It's
go away.
just gone.
It's just gone. It's like
Gone.
just fuck
Just
off.
gone.
Go away.
I think it's meant to be like
Uh-uh.
infused in your new monstie that you just like put that gene into, but
I mean,
We
that's
don't
what the
question it.
game makes
it's
it look
dead.
like.
We don't
Yeah.
question it. It's a blood
Yeah,
sacrifice.
it turns into like an orb of light, and then like your other monster just like sips it up through a straw. It's like,
It
what's
really
going on
does.
here? What's happening?
Delicious.
What?
Yeah.
Rite of
Nutritious.
channeling? More like it's time for the Sunday special.
Rite of sacrifice. Like you're basically just sacrificing your monstie to the other one, so I don't know.
yeah.
Lasers, though.
I feel like
No.
the entirety of Monster Hunter
Lasers.
Stories is just propaganda.
Propaganda?
You know, like oh, we're riders, you know, we befriend the monsters, even though I'm pretty sure the kinship stone is like a brainwashing device that you wave over the egg, and then like the monster comes out all cross-eyed like master. Like I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing. Like
Try
You
not to
know,
think of it
there's
that
a
way.
reason why we have to go up to them while they're babies, because that's when they're most susceptible. So we use our kinship our
And defend-
kinship device, and that's why they
We're
try to
we're
use propaganda terms
also-
like, oh, they're not monsters, they're your monstie.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
they're
we're
your
also
bestie,
stealing
you
the
know?
eggs.
Like, yeah, you're stealing the
Oh,
eggs.
Yeah.
parents.
They even have a cutscene where Red's concerned because this Arzuros has like an Arzuros cub with it.
I know.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
cute.
oh, and then it's like, okay, let's just steal an Arzuros egg, and then brainwash the Arzuros babby, and then hatch it. You know,
Oh my god.
it's all propaganda. And you know what? I'm so excited to play more of it. that's the scary thing. It's like I'm pretty sure Monster Hunter Stories is propaganda to convince you that it's okay to just
Steal babies.
steal these babies and use them for combat for yourself
Well-
with your brainwashing device.
There was like
Heard
this
about
one
it.
part that made me feel really bad in my stream because like I just got to the tundra, and like I wanted to pick up like when you get to like a new area, like you see all these new eggs that you've never seen. So I wanted to pick up this one egg, but like my bag was full.
Mhm.
So like I dropped I think it was like a yen katku egg, and I was like, oh my god, I totally just killed this yen because like I just dropped it in the tundra. It's 100% not gonna survive.
Yeah, no, it's just yolk now.
It's just on the ground, like they're probably gonna be eaten or just
Yeah.
frozen to death. And like I actually felt so bad.
It's gonna be used as like ballot now.
I'll be completely honest.
value.
You have just taught me something. I did not know you could drop eggs.
Yeah, you can. You can
I have
discard
not
them
dropped
wherever.
I have not dropped a single
I-
egg yet.
Did not know. I have
I
had
feel
every
like a monster.
single one of them.
I feel like a monster. Oh no.
Who's the
It's
real
like,
monster?
yeah,
Man?
you can. Yeah, I know. Well, you can go to like your egg menu and just like press Y for switch and it'll discard.
No,
So,
I didn't
I-
know that at all.
well,
Just
there
put the
you.
egg in the old
Now
egg.
now that I'm cursed with this knowledge, I'm gonna accidentally do it on stream. And I'm just gonna be
You're
like,
gonna
yeah, this
accidentally drop.
this rainbow Nargacuga that I'm about to take home. Oops.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh. I prefer my T-Rex's sunny side up.
Oh my no. Oh,
Daddy,
God.
no.
No.
Oh, I actually have a legitimate question though. Is like Gravios is in this game, right?
Yep.
Yeah. When you hatch a Gravios egg, does it come out as a Gravios?
It comes out
Yep.
as a Gravios, yes.
Not a Bizarrios.
Yeah.
Capcom?
Don't worry
Hello?
about
How does this
Don't
work?
worry. Don't worry about it.
I don't know.
Doesn't make
I
sense.
I don't know.
It's breaking my immersion here. Ugh.
No.
It's like
Yeah, it's disgusting of how often you have to see Gravios. I'm sorry, it's just
really. Is it
I'm
like the
I'm I'm
Zubat?
thankful I can quick finish
yeah.
most of them.
The Zubat of Monster Hunter stories is
So
Gravios.
well, I'll be honest, Gravios in this game is really not that bad, and I say that in the sense of him being very, very easy. Like, he is
Yeah.
very, very, very easy, like, he does, like, 2 moves and that's it. Other than that, he don't do
Oh, you mean
anything
like
else.
in the actual games too? He does just two
He has,
moves. He
like, 2
beams
moves, that's
you, and
it.
then fire mists you.
Yeah, pretty
Look,
much. That's it, he is
frickin'
so easy in this.
look, I'm sorry. I just can't deal with Gravios after frickin' dealing with it in GU, having my heavy bowgun, and the stupid frickin' heat-seeking lasers.
He
Doesn't matter where you're going, it's hitting you.
I'll give you.
I'm
You know where
glad
you're
I'll
going?
give.
they
Back
had
to
it
camp.
for you for once.
I'll
It was
give
terrible.
Gravios. I'll give Gravios credit for this, in that the beam sounds badass.
Okay, I agree, the
It
beams.
sounds like something out of like a Godzilla kaiju movie. You
I'll
know,
agree, I'll
which I'm
agree.
pretty sure that was
Very
like the
cool.
intent. But other than that,
Yeah.
Gravios,
Stupid
you
frickin' monster.
suck, man.
Frickin' waste of
Look.
time. Stupid.
I think my negative feelings towards Basarios and Gravios are only compounded further because I played through Monster Hunter 1, and Gravios was the first quest that I legitimately failed by timing out the worst way. Because not only like you didn't triple cart, it wasn't because of your inability to survive. It was because you couldn't do damage to it,
Yeah.
and you couldn't
Failed
do so
the
much
whole
damage that
50
like the
minutes.
game was just like, nah, you're done.
The whole
What, you
50
wasted those
minutes.
50 minutes. Come on.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I
Oh, that's
know.
so disappointing. For some
I
reason,
know.
I feel like timing out in a quest feels much more disappointing over, actually carting 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cause at least like, with timing out, you feel like I could have done this, but like the game didn't let me. You
Well,
know?
If
actually,
only I
no,
had more time.
I feel like with the timing out, it's just more of like, "Oh god, I don't do enough damage." Because like,
Yeah.
when I
I was
was,
this on.
yeah, when I was struggling on, there's this one quest in GU that's like it's kind of like the ultimate quest
Right.
after you finish, like, all of the village.
Mm-hmm.
You have to fight, like, Hyper Astalos, Mizu, Glavenus, and Gameth, and then
Oh,
Valstrax.
yeah, that one. Yeah.
I kept timing out on that quest because stupid freaking I think it was Gameth that would always really slow me down.
Health, health. I know, Gamma has a lot of freaking health.
Yeah, and it's just like I would try to use like longsword, Valor longsword, and it's just like it would always kick my ass, and it's like it was always just so frustrating at the end when I would time out on Valstrax because it's like I'm so close, please.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh, I'm just trying to imagine, because I know Gammoth is in stories too. Trying to
Yes.
imagine a Gammoth, like
Mhm.
Can I
riding a
tell
Gammoth,
you?
a regular size. It's probably like a little babby Gammoth, isn't it?
Eh,
Like the
she's
Gammoth
pretty
that you
big. Can I
is.
tell you how many turns it took me to take out my very first one?
I'm imagining a lot because Gammoth
49.
49
Oh
turns.
shit.
Got her to retreat the
It's
very
a
first
it's
time
a
too.
trial of endurance.
49.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does she hit
I
hard too?
Fuck. Incredibly hard. Like
Oh
one
man.
hit, you
literally
will almost instantly die.
yeah, the first time I tried to do Gameth, she one-shotted me all across the board. I was like, "Yeah, I'm not ready."
Oh yeah,
So let me tell you what.
people were warning me in my chat room about Royal Gammoth, and I was like, oh, was that the one?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. So what happened? How I lost my time? My okay, so they talked me into challenging Gamma for the very first time in the snow area. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
went ahead and poked Gammoth. Yeah, one stomp, two stomp. Alright, I'm on my last heart. Um, we drew
Yeah,
like the head to head.
head to head.
We
Yeah.
clashed. Everyone died.
Even, like
Actually, we clashed and everyone died.
You're
yeah.
perfect.
You're supposed to, like, take less damage from that, and even still, she would one-shot you.
That's the
Killed
royal
everyone.
monster experience, I think, in general.
She killed everyone. Me, my Monstie, my teammate, and them all because of that clash. I was
Yeah.
like, But how?
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I love it.
I know.
I love the
Oh,
animation when you clash. It's just like your hunter just looks like an idiot.
It's like, oh
He's like,
shit.
oh god damn. What was I thinking trying to headbutt this monster?
yeah.
What an idiot.
I'd like to see a proper animation of like a hunter or like a rider just running up and trying to headbutt like I don't know the freaking
I already
Monopolis or
have a
something.
headache.
Yeah.
You gotta have the Kirin headpiece for that, so you have the horn.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
God.
Yeah. That's how
Um.
it has to work. Any other
Yeah.
thoughts about Monster Hunter Stories 2 that we didn't touch upon? What else
How
is there about
about
the game that
are you a Naviru fan?
God
Okay,
damn
so
that.
you have successfully extended the podcast by like about 5 hours because I'm about to rant about Naviru.
Yeah,
Okay, let me
no,
just say quickly. Let me just say quickly. I'm playing in the Japanese, with the
Okay.
Japanese voices on, and I like
So we have
Naviru.
perspective. Oh, well,
Yeah,
before we jump into Naviru, Kat, what voice option are you playing on?
I went with English because I'm lazy.
Okay. yeah, no, same here. I think like years ago I probably would have went Japanese, but now I'm like I don't feel like reading. I'm just gonna.
See, like, the thing is, like, Monster Hunter. I replayed Monster Hunter World on PC in Japanese
Mhm.
because I already knew the dialogue from the first time, and I was like, handler.
Mhm.
I love the handler. I like her.
Really?
I don't like her.
She's
I found
fine.
her.
don't like
She's
her.
fine.
She was annoying.
Nah, I hated her.
She was
She
really
was so
obnoxious to
annoying.
me.
I'm a
and
handler
dumb.
sympathizer.
I think like my breaking point with her was when we defeated Shara and like she went like, "We did it!" And it's like, "You
Did it
motherfucker."
hard, and it's
She-
just like,
Yeah. And
Uh-huh.
it's like, "You freaking excuse
she's
me?"
she's the boxing coach to walk up and receive the trophy for the boxer.
Yeah. Like I just couldn't stand her. But then like it got a little bit better when like I played with the Japanese voices and
it made it
everything.
more tolerable. Like her
Yeah.
English voices. I'm sorry, but I do not like her English voice
What, you
at
don't
all.
like
Ugh.
Pard?
Pard.
Hey,
Good job,
Pard.
Pard.
Hey, porn. Like
What's for dinner, Pard?
I'm gonna be over here stuffing my face, pard. Like
When's
freaking.
dinner?
How about you
Yeah.
press Pard at the end of the class? We did it, Pard.
Yeah,
My
like
dumpling was
just
delicious.
Just call her
Just-
Hand. All right, Hand.
There's no word. It's
No
just
one
hand.
How
asked
do
you.
you
No
like
one
it?
asked you, Hand. Just give some sass to your hunter.
But yeah, so with Naviru,
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
I don't like Naviru.
I well, okay, so playing with the Japanese voices, like, have you guys ever seen Fairy Tale? 'Cause
Oh,
I
there's-
know of it, but I haven't watched it.
Happy.
Yeah, like the voice actor actually reminds me of Happy, which kind of makes it
Really?
tolerable. Like
Is that blue dog looking thing?
It's a blue cat.
the cat, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it just kind of like it. I would not be surprised if they're the same voice actors. Like it when you have that higher pitched voice for that character, it really works.
I think I'll change
So-
I might change the voice out of curiosity now.
Yeah, just try it. It honestly
so-
really works.
I watched like a few episodes of the Monster Hunter Stories anime, but then I stopped watching for one reason. That's because of Naviru.
Yeah.
He was so incredibly annoying, and that was the Japanese dub.
Really?
He was so incredibly annoying in that show that like every time he spoke, I was like, "Can you please just leave the screen?"
So let me tell you something about Naviru. Naviru was way worse in the first game.
Oh
That's what I'm
boy!
hearing.
Well, the thing is, he had so much dialogue.
Uh-huh.
Like there was literally cutscenes about cutscenes with literally nothing but Naviru talking.
Oh.
Like Naviru got a lot of showtime, and it made him even worse. 'Cause, like,
And I think
boy,
the problem even got worse because in my stream like 2 days ago on Thursday, during a cutscene, I stopped all the dialogue advancement because I noticed that Naviru's hands are like oddly humanoid.
I
Are
did
they?
notice that too.
He's
But
got like human hands. I mean, you can see it in the
Ugh.
portrait when he's doing the thumbs up. It's like a perfect perfect
hold on,
thumbs up.
sorry to say this, but Sukuno's hands are like that too. They're like tiny. They're like just,
I hate
they're just
it.
tinier. They're not as big as Naviru's, but they're tinier.
Okay. Well,
I think all Palicos just have like very humanoid-esque hands, though.
Weird.
well, I always thought Palicos had like. Didn't they have
Semi-paw.
cat paw? Like, hold on, I gotta look up an image of like a Palico from another
Actual
game.
I thought they had paw too, but think about it. these weapons out there, little cat thumbs.
Oh man.
Oh,
So
it's
think
I
hard to
about
just
tell.
that.
Hold on.
They
They're
gotta
always
have
wearing like they're
little
always wearing
thumbs.
gloves in the promotional images for like Rise and World. I'm trying to look for the.
really?
No, yeah,
Huh.
they have like they have like cat paws. No, they totally have cat paws.
So I
So
guess like
Naviru's like Naviru and the cats from stories are like freaks of nature.
okay.
I mean,
Well, okay, well, I don't know. This might be. I doubt this has anything to do with it, but I like I said, it just might be a stylistic choice
Mhm.
for the directions they go to show a little bit more emotional and pizzazz with the hands with the cats per se. But a little bit of Naviru backstory. He was actually abducted and experimented on. Like he reveals all of this stuff during the first game.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay. So this
So
isn't like Stories 2 spoilers at all.
They kind of like recap on it in stories too, but
Okay.
like
yeah, but
it
like not extensively, but like
Because like
no.
it's actually expected that the player probably knows this already.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
Okay.
like it actually might be better that you know this so it's not suddenly like why is Naviru doing this at
yeah,
this
yeah,
one
yeah.
part in
So
the
yeah, in the
And,
story?
first
and like
game, that's kind of the story.
he does hint at it a lot throughout the story where he says like I'm not like other felines and
Yeah,
stuff
Yeah.
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. In the first game, he basically experimented on and so on, and they go into like a lot of detail during the first game
Jeez.
about it.
Seems really
Yeah.
dark.
It
It
is.
is.
Doesn't mean that I'm still not creeped out by his weird
Yeah, that's how I was
busy
Well,
like,
hands.
because he got
isn't it
experimented on, might look weird. I don't know.
isn't
His
it kind
best
of like
pose is when he crosses his arms and covers his hands.
well, isn't it kind of like in the first story as well or the first game where it's like he doesn't actually have his memories and
Yeah,
like
like
he's trying
he
to
don't know who
recover
he
them?
is. Yeah, he don't know
Yeah.
who he is. Yeah, those experiments absolutely mess with his mind. So he don't know who he is. Like half the entire game, you don't know who he is
Yeah.
until towards the end of the game, where he's like, "Oh shit, this is who
I'm
I
this.
am."
Yeah. I don't know. Again, it's kind of like I don't know. I think what I really appreciate about Naviru is every single time he talks, he's on a pedestal.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
That's a
During the
nice
last cutscene, this
nice
rock
detail.
spawns out of nowhere that
I
Naviru was standing on, and I'm just like, where the
I
fuck was
know.
that rock like 2 seconds
I
ago?
know.
And Naviru was just standing on it during a
It's
cutscene.
so
Just like,
perfect.
and the rock is still there at the end of this cutscene. I'm just like, but it's still there, but it wasn't there before. Naviru.
He just pulls out like a stool that he brings out
Yeah.
everywhere to talk.
Literally, I love it. It's just like as soon as I saw that like or started to notice that every single time you see Naviru, he's on a pedestal, it's like, all right, I like this cat.
They know what they're doing with this guy. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got quite the ego.
He's
And I
got
mean
such a big ego.
but I mean, they also like counter it a lot. Like I noticed immediately. So I already knew that a lot of people didn't like the cat.
Hmm.
Um so like they start off the game by basically abusing him.
Oh yeah, he gets sandbagged tremendously in
Yeah,
this
Yeah.
game. Yeah, he gets
Like
sandbagged to no end. Yeah,
his
it's
face just gets like knocked around by the Velocidrome tail immediately and
he
like
was ignored so much.
I think my
yeah.
favorite is like when Kana picks him up and starts stretching his face like he's
I love
like a
that.
stretch Armstrong, just like
I know. Like I really like that.
yeah.
And it's just kind of like I always like it when, you know, they kind of counter like the ego with like just absolutely beating the shit out of the
Yes.
character.
Yes. Like in several occasions, he completely gets ignored, and people actually walk away while he's in mid.
Yeah,
And I
I know.
I think
I love it.
my
beautiful.
favorite Alwyn moment is him no selling the donut pun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just like it's like you don't eat donuts for donuts, and Alwyn's just like, what are you saying? What are you
Over
stupid?
and over.
What?
Yeah. I actually really like Alwyn.
And he's like, those foods
so
sound
cute.
awful for you.
Yeah.
You eat
Oh, this
those?
was
What's
unhealthy.
wrong with you?
I
I'm
know.
just like, oh my god, yeah, no, freaking. I don't like you in combat, Alwyn, but like, hey, you're all right outside of it.
Mhm.
And also the little touch of him being allergic to felines, I can relate to that.
Oh, it's so cute and so sad at the same
Just
time.
someone get me my EpiPen. Oh, like yeah, it's and yeah, that's like the fact that he doesn't get a allergic reaction to Naviru as well is like, yeah, certainly not like other felines, all right.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
was like so happy that he got to because he looks like he really likes felines, but he just can't. And it's just so sad.
Yeah, I live that like every day when I see a cat because I'm like
Oh,
having a cat allergy is wanting to pet something that will literally kill you.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I will pet this cat to death, like literally, like I will
literally.
die. Like, I'm gonna puff up and die with like rashes all over. It's gonna be terrible.
oh
But
man, this is almost like nostalgic because we talked about this the first podcast as well.
did we?
Yeah, because like I kept saying over and over again, like, wow, I could not imagine like living with that. And Karada's like, I couldn't either because I would die.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he's allergic as well. Like you're both allergic. It's like, oh my
Man,
god, I
it's a
feel
good
so
thing.
bad for
It's a
you.
good thing like Alwyn's hunting monstie partner isn't like a Barrioth or something. Giant
Yeah.
Oh no,
saber-toothed cat.
I do kind of wonder would that be still considered cat hair though?
I don't know.
I mean,
Well,
he has
because
like
like,
he has fur on like the
He does
wings,
have
right?
fur,
Like
but is
a
it
little bit.
considered like
well,
feline or cat hair though?
Tam, wasn't there someone in your chat saying
Oh
yesterday that
yeah,
the
yeah.
reason
So
for
like
your allergy is because of the saliva? Because
yeah,
like
the
the
saliva
cat
and
grooms
cats
itself.
grooms themselves all the time with their tongue.
I
So
know
like
people are allergic to cat dandruff as well. Like the
Cat
cat
dandruff?
dandruff that they naturally have.
oh
That's
yeah,
why
like the
Oh.
naked cats are like
yeah,
hyperallergenic
Oh.
or something.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I love those cats. They're my favorite kinds of cats.
They look like
Dang.
they don't even look like cats. They look like deities. Like they look like gods.
Sphinx
Like
cats are my favorite cats in the
yeah, is
I
that
hope
like
they
their
True.
official name, Sphinx cats?
yeah, they're sphinxes, yeah.
Okay, that's
Well, they
deserving.
even
Wow.
sound yeah, they
That's
even look
deserving.
they even
And
sound
they're
regal as hell.
we
They're
need we need like
beautiful.
a oh man we need like a naked cat monster. Like Odogaron is like kind of like a Dogoron but like a cat.
A
Yeah.
dog like a naked naked dog.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
What this conversation topic is going down a hole that I kind of want to back
Well,
away from now.
okay, let me ask you then, with that, have you guys do they don't have the Palamute co-op on PC, right?
They should.
They do, yeah.
Do
Yeah,
they?
they do,
I
yeah.
got
Have
the
you
update, yeah, and I downloaded it.
Yeah.
Oh, have you tried it yet?
I have not used it. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to get it. I
Okay.
talked to the one mail carrier cat,
Oh,
and it was like, oh, Palamute's now available, and I was like, okay,
yeah.
neat, and
You
then I
have
exited out.
there okay, so, like, you don't talk to anybody else about the Palamute stuff. You have to go to the board. It's a co-op only.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
okay.
you have to do it via co-op only. I did one run yesterday. That was a mess. All I can say that
Really?
Did you do it with like someone you knew, or was it a
yeah, no, I
random?
did it with Zelda Hunter.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
let's just say I didn't get to do the last nest because we got missed. That's all I'm gonna
Oh,
say.
yeah.
We got messed, but we were doing it. We were also doing it in HR as well because better stats
Yeah,
and so
let
on.
me explain. So to even like do the co-op, you need to get tickets
Yeah,
from Melinks.
Okay.
So you need bottle caps for it. It's not super expensive, but you do get different tickets. So you get the normal one, you get the rare den, and then you get the super rare den.
mhm,
Mhm.
Which I think that's only a high rank thing for
yeah,
super rare.
yeah,
Yeah.
super high, yeah, high rank.
Yeah.
Also,
And
there
then
should be at least 2 or 3 quests that you could do that actually give you a couple free, a free Palamute, tickets.
oh,
Yeah,
okay, I
because
didn't
that's
know
how I
that.
got my tickets first. Like, there's
Interesting.
only 3
Okay.
mhm.
I think if you do also a regular like mystery den or whatever, you might have a chance for it. Because I know
Yeah,
that you can get tickets throughout that.
yeah, like, you can get tickets throughout, quite a few of the dungeons, like, especially after endgame, they become, like, a little bit on and off more, like, on and off more, like, common in high rank because, the items
Mm,
mix with low rank and high rank after endgame.
Oh, that's interesting.
okay.
Okay.
So it is
Um,
yeah, it's interesting.
yeah, but no, the really cool thing about Palamute dens is when you're doing it, there's like 4 to 5 nests throughout like each den, you know?
I believe there's a total of 3? I wanna say 3 or 4,
I think it
and,
might be
like,
4, but I could be wrong. I don't know. There's just
because
a lot.
anytime that I counted, there was a last round that we did, there was 4. 'Cause, we
Okay.
got 3 of them that weren't I think one of them was a Palamute, but, then we got to the last nest, and that was the 4th nest. So I wanna say there's probably
Yeah.
3 to 4.
Yeah.
And the Palamutes still like hatch out of eggs.
Yeah, they do, it's
Yep.
cute.
It's
silly.
so
It's cute.
the
I'm like trying to
oh
like
my
think of the
god.
logistics behind a dog laying an
No,
egg, and I'm
Tam.
Oh,
like,
let me make it worse. They're born with clothes.
Yeah.
this is like a Sylveon situation all over again from Pokemon, where people are like, is that bow on Sylveon its
Oh,
skin, or
Yeah.
is it like a bow that I don't know, Poke
No,
God put on it?
but Tam, you haven't seen the doggy's eyes, the little puppy's eyes when
They have
they're
puppy
yes.
dog
hatched. It's
eyes.
so
It's
cute.
absolutely precious.
Yeah,
So
as soon as I saw it, I was screaming. It was so
I
cute.
I wanna say something that I don't think a lot of people like. I don't know. Some people either realize or it doesn't. But if you go into your monster, you know how you have like your Monsterpedia where it shows you
Hmm.
all the monsters you've
Mhm.
seen so far, and then you have your Monsterpedia where it
Yeah.
actually shows all the monsters you've actually collected.
Okay.
You could
Yeah.
actually go back if you I think if it's I think it's the left trigger. Click the left trigger, you can actually see what the egg they came from.
Yeah.
But if you click Y, you can see the baby form too.
I know, you see, like, the juvenile form, it's so
And it's
cute.
so cute. It
Sit
makes it
there
feel
and be freaked out by a baby with Sarios. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it
No,
sounds like the dream.
horrifying.
it is really useful to have that feature, though, because it's like you can look back and see, like, what egg am I holding right now? Like, do
Mm,
I already have this
Like,
or
I definitely had to backtrack a few times. It's like,
yeah,
"So, what the hell egg is this?"
yeah.
I know. It's like, "What
Hey,
am I holding?
that's
Please help."
Legambi, really? Huh? Well, okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
I
it
know.
guess
was
so.
surprising. It was
Yeah.
surprising.
Oh, no, yeah.
I also like.
I found that
I
out was
I also find
surprising.
it funny how like some nests can just have random eggs, like a random assortment of eggs. Like, what the Kuluyaku get all these together? Like, why is there like a Zamchios egg with a Rathian egg right here in the same nest? What's going on here?
Really?
It's random. It's absolutely
They're all gonna like grow up and then be like so confused by each other. It's like, oh, I guess you're my brother. You
I
know?
still haven't managed to find a Rathian. Like, my luck is so bad in that game.
Really? Like out in Alcala?
I can't find Rathian, I can't find, uh, Nargacuga,
Huh.
and there's, like, this one Monstie that I just fought that I really, really desperately want, but I'm probably not gonna find it.
Mm.
I found it once out in the field, I didn't make it retreat, and now I'm really sad, and I'm never gonna see it again.
Going for that full
But
completion, or
yeah,
yeah.
I ended up finding one Rathian, and it was out in the wilds of, the second
Mm,
the
mm.
the fall-looking area, and she was just out and about striding around.
yeah.
Like, that's the one Rathian that I found, and I've yet to
I
find another.
know.
I managed to make a retreat, but I've never seen another Rathian afterwards. It's really confusing. I'm assuming she's a rare monster and only pops up in rare dens, because the current monster that I'm looking for right now is like that too. Like, I
Yeah.
cannot for the life of me looking, and it has to be a high rank den.
That'd be pretty ironic if Rathian was rare because she's so like prevalent throughout the series.
Ugh,
She's
I
like
know.
she's
Like
like a
anytime Rathalos is there, Rathian's there right there.
Freaking
yeah.
soccer mom.
Oh, is that mommy?
No,
No.
no! Damn, no!
I can see Rathian be like, "Mommy!" Ah!
Yeah, no, there's some monsters I just never see in the series, and it's really sad, but
Mm,
oh well.
I
Maybe on
agree.
my
I
second
agree.
file.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. Well, any other
Ugh,
thoughts on stories too? Closing in on that 3 hour mark.
true, I'm
Um,
getting
So,
really hungry.
I have these 6 deviled eggs that are just looking very sad at me. I
well,
don't wanna
they're actually Monstie eggs.
Oh, no.
they're
Yeah,
Kuluyaku eggs.
this one's
Yeah.
rainbow colored. Oh, nice.
There's like 6 of them, but I didn't wanna eat them because, like, I just stuffed the whole thing in my mouth.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't wanna eat them on stream.
before we go, we gotta do what we gotta do. So Kat, where can people find you on the internet?
On Twitch and on, Twitter, I post things and I draw.
And that is TheBlaqkKat with a Q instead of a C.
Yeah, the name of Nya.
And yeah,
Yeah.
and then
When
the cat
I
the BLAQKKAT.
I
Yes.
love the QK so much. It's
Yeah,
so unique.
it's a nice little twist, you know.
It
Nice
is,
little
it's
twist. I
unique.
like it.
I
I
know,
couldn't
when I
and
well, when we first did a collab, I totally spelled your name wrong as well or something. I
I
did
made
something
sure.
wrong.
Oh,
I
you
made
found
sure. I
Yeah.
double checked and I was right. And
I
I was like,
know.
you know what? Are good.
And like I was like probably an hour into the stream or whatever, and then people were finally like, Forrest, you spelled her name wrong. And I was like, Kat, did I spell your name wrong? And you're like, yeah, but it's fine. It's like, freaking tell
It's
me.
not fine. It's not fine. I'm gonna spell Forrest's name with like 2 R's and Forrest and see how she
Oh,
feels.
that's what Karada does all the time.
I
anyway,
know,
so-
and it like triggers me mildly.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of
I
Forrest, where can
think
people find you, Forrest?
You can find me at twitch.tv/ForestRaider. That's with 1 R in Forest, please.
Oh. What were you about to
One.
say before that?
I think you were like just saying it once in a private call with us or something.
Oh
You
yeah.
were like, "Is that actually how you spell your name?" It's like, no, that's just
No.
Karada away.
And
Yeah.
you lovely folks can find me at twitch.tv/tamjamming. But hey, everyone, thank you so much for stopping by.
That's a
We got
podcast.
that's a podcast. We got lots of stories too. We'll be back next week with maybe some more some endgame thoughts on the stories too. Is Tam gonna get there? I don't know. I think you're probably approaching at Forrest, and Karada, I don't know if he's even started stories too, so
I don't actually know if he's passed the demo.
we'll see. Alright, everyone.
Thank you guys for inviting me as well.
Yeah, thank you so
thank you,
much.
Kat.
We would love to have you back sometime.
This was a
Well,
We'll see. We'll keep in touch.
Keep in touch. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Thank you so
Alright.
much.
Alright,
yeah,
everyone.
thanks, guys.
We'll see you next
Bye.
time. Bye.